Anyway. Before you get here, they're always up.
I'm sure. Good evening. How about another EM? But it's kind of like a hybrid, wouldn't you say? Because there is some electromechanical or some digitally sounds.
Yep.
This should be, to my recollection, the last Zaccaria between the collections I have, which is only one, and all Dave's. So we should have did this one a while back, but we got sidetracked and COVID and the world's falling apart. We got around to it, so here we are. The other game similar to this is Nautilus, correct?
Yeah, the Nautilus is the one-player
version.
Tommy
Skinner, I think, just sold his.
One. Yep. Yeah. I looked at it. I was like, I already have the 4-player one.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think I like the wedge heads.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll call it. It's not really. Gottlieb coined the term wedge head, but
yeah.
The single player, I like the single player, but it's not as much fun because you can't play with others. So.
Yep. Art is amazing on both. They're Zach's, so of course the art's amazing. I guess I'll let Dave here do the flyover real quick, and then we'll jump right in. How's that sound?
Sure. The cracking of the beer signifies the start of the stream. So yeah, this and the art is different on this versus Nautilus. So if you go and check that out on Pinside, it's more of a undersea theme, where this is like a World War II theme. So was it? This is for some reason, I'm attracted to games from 1977. I seem to pick up a lot of them. They had a good year. There's a lot of really good games in '77. Anyway, basic premise of the game: you want to hit your bomb targets, which are the drop targets, and once you hit down all of those, it lights your special, which is set for extra ball, and then your bomb targets are worth even more when that's lit, so that's lucrative. There's a gondola. Nick Shell told me that's what this kick-out thingy is, where you can kind of aim for it, but the pops typically get it in there for you. But each time you go in there, it'll flash your pop bumpers, which is a timed thing, and that's part of the electronic piece of this game. So this game it's unique, and Ryan said it's a hybrid. It has electronic sounds, so there's a sound board, and it also has a little flasher board. And the flasher board, when it turns on and off, that's where it changes the scoring. So if you don't have that little board, it'll always stay not lit. And then the saucer hole at the top, that will also make the pop bumpers flash. The whole score, I believe, is advanced by the spinner. Yeah, advanced whole score. So you can max it out at 50,000 at the top, and then that makes it lucrative to hit that shot. What else? Oh, you can also advance it with a shot over here, but you'll see in this game the side-to-side action can be dangerous. For the outlanes, what else? Advancing your bonus is really cool. And here it does like a neat little countdown at the end. But your bomb targets up at the top, or the explosion targets, or minefield, is kind of neat. So it's a bunch of rollover buttons, and it's kind of more or less like you can nudge and bump up there. What else? Oh, there is a... you can get a bonus or an extra ball, which will move back and forth. I'm trying to remember how you get that. I'm sure we'll get it at some point, but basically it'll light one of them, and then the slingshots will alternate it back and forth. So it's basically like a ball save kind of thing. I think that's pretty much it.
All right.
So
kick it off.
all right. And this is set to 5 ball.
Fireball. Oh. EM being an EM. All right.
We'll have to show the side cabinet art at some point as well.
Yeah, it's very awesome.
I think we've brought this up on just about every Zac game that we've played, that they do screen printed art on their cabinets, and the detail is better than anything that was out at that time in that era. Well, even till they started doing what is it, like decals and that.
Hello.
Pretty expensive process.
Mm-hmm. All right, ball 2, be a little nicer to me. Yeah, stay up there.
See that Neo's trying to sell his robot screens that my friend Matt made for him?
Yeah, I saw that. Well, I didn't know that he made them. I just thought he was trying to sell them.
Yeah. So, yeah, my friend Matt made them for him, and he got to use them
A couple times.
Yeah, 2-3 times, I guess. Because our friend Doug, is it Doug Manley? He restored two robots.
Yeah, it's 2.
And used those screens for it. So, but yeah, otherwise you wouldn't be able to paint that. I'm pretty sure that the pinball is going to tell you to go to hell. Except for the stencils.
Pinball pin. There we go.
Now your bomb targets are worth, I don't know, 10 times whatever they're normally worth.
Ah! We want that special. Newell, how's it going? Yeah, you know what the funny thing is? We did not plan this. Of course,
The dots.
you have something to do with this shirt.
Right.
I just like this one.
This should be you again.
How?
Did it go to 1? Because it said bonus ball and you went on the out lane. Did it not go to you?
Aren't you the one lit? Player 1?
Yeah, I know. But then you had the extra ball lit too.
Why do you have all the points? I don't think 23...
Did it not switch over? I wonder. Well, we'll have to keep an eye on it.
Anyway, Novad, how's it going? I didn't get a chance to stop in your stream. Unfortunately, I was quite busy at the time.
Alright, switched.
Now it's on 2. Let's see.
Hey, you wanna do a trivia question for us? That would be really fun.
Yeah, we thought about... When I say we, I mean Dave completely. Having some of the viewers come up with some of the questions.
Well, people that have won shirts already would be fun. Just, it can be anything pinball related. Oh, checking for the shirt issues? Yeah, we should have coordinated better.
Yeah, except we're 2 dudes who don't care about
No,
clothes.
I think it's like going back and forth on the player 1, player 2.
Oh, yeah.
It could have skipped. Or
Skink91, how's it going? Good to see you. Jeez, Nuovan, how can you see right through us and how lazy we are?
no, I can come up with something.
It's back to 2. All right.
Keep an eye on it. This is also one of the EMs, similar to like Mars Trek, all the Zacks. They're just so much faster than a lot of the EMs that were American made. I don't know why they kind of know why. The coil powers, or the power on these coils are much more. So
Awesome. Thank you, Nuovad. Appreciated as always.
Whoop. Oh, come on.
That's a nice save too.
It could have just skipped up further.
Who knows? Do. Ah. Boo!
Yeah, it was nice when we had Nick Shell joining us. Not sure what happened to him.
Acrobatics.
Yeah, just and even can spot little things that aren't working right.
And he's a wealth of knowledge in general regarding the era. But the artwork on this game is really, really good. I mean...
Yeah, there's not too many, I think, war type themes. It's surprising, you know? You got what? There's that Valley, Special Forces.
Mm-hmm.
You got Raven, which is like
whatever.
War type. Rainbow. Trying to think what else might be war type pinball machines. Well, there are the fighter jets. So I guess you could call like F-14.
Yeah.
What Operation Thunder maybe?
Yeah, that game.
But I don't know. I mean, are they? Well, there's Robo War, but I mean, like
Robo War is pretty sweet though. I'd love that Robo War.
But yeah, there's like era specific to.
Yeah, this is definitely like, well, you can't even say it's World War II. I mean, it's kind of World War II, but that jet looks a little too more modern than World War II. On the back glass.
Maybe it's like an Italian war that we didn't know about.
Yeah, of course. Oh, that feed out of that spinner is deadly.
Yeah, and I had to do that that little trick. So on Zac spinners, they're not the greatest. The EM ones are better than the solid state ones. And see here, it's on 2-player, or I mean, player 2 is up.
Was there an extra ball?
Maybe you did. I don't know. Or you hit the bonus ball or something. See, I wasn't paying attention.
Good thing you did that time.
I know.
And there's no ball.
Oh.
Don't get zapped again. Yeah, Nap Arcade, not one you see very often.
Well.
Uh-oh, tech stream. Oh, hamburgers. Hey, dude, you rocket. How's it going? Good to see you. Dude, you rocket asked if this was your project for the last week.
Oh, no. This is, there. I don't know. Might have to clean the out hole switch.
Clean the out hole, you say?
Alright.
Novad, why don't you... send it to me via...
Or you can just type it in when we're ready. It's fine.
Oh.
Yeah, just type it in when you're ready.
Why don't we wait a little bit?
Yeah. No, yeah, that's right.
We'll have you do the typing. That way, it'll be totally unbiased. There'll be no way of...
We have no idea. Well,
there'll be no...
It'd be no good if we answer the right question, or the answer.
That's true.
I don't really need a new shirt.
You're gonna ask me a question you don't know the answer to? So it's player 2 now.
Is it?
That's the one that's scoring. A pinball buddies question. Oh. Yeah, Nap Arcade, we're so they're busy cleaning their out hole switches.
Well, let me just let it drain and see. Oh, you can be player 1.
New Avad, why don't you send it to send it through Discord, I guess. My player 1 then?
Yeah, you can be player 1.
I'll be player 1. We'll call this game a mulligan.
Remember, it's not about the game functioning absolutely perfect, right?
Yeah, it's not about the game actually working. It's about having fun. As long as you're having fun, who cares if it's actually doing what it's supposed to?
No, I've actually had somebody that wanted me to fix they had a Chicago coin pirate gold. They're like, the kids don't care as long as they can flap the flippers and knock the ball around. They really do not care if it even scores any points or anything. No, this has been an EM repair kind of week for me. So like this past weekend, So I used to have a Prospector, a Sonic game, and I fixed it all up and I sold it to. It would be so when I go to Lindsay's parents' house, they're I guess it would be aunt and uncle down or just down the road, and so they had an issue where it was stuck on ball 1 all the time. So got to go and see that game again and fix it up for them. So I moved Fireball upstairs.
It's only ball 2.
Yeah, there must be. I don't know.
Something.
So
Yeah, shut up and watch it.
So, yeah, I moved Fireball upstairs, and that's part of the reason why we're streaming this, is because I'm moving the EMs upstairs. So I'll have 4 EMs in the living room, and...
Yeah, exactly. Stuck on ball 1 was just an extra little feature. Ooh.
Yeah, this game I haven't gone through every single stepper and switch, and so this was one of the first games that I got, and actually Nick helped me with this game. This is one of the games that Nick Shell taught me some stuff on, and so I don't think I ever went through everything. It was sort of like, we got everything working, but it was supposed to be my job to go through every relay and stepper and all that stuff. And apparently I missed the player stepper unit.
This is a good question.
Yeah?
You'll have to read it.
Okay.
No, Vad, that's a good question. And I suspect for most people it would be complete guesses.
Something pinball media related?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah! Man, lucky.
Oh, that was all skill. Look at that!
Oh my god. You are a sorcerer.
Oh. Yeah.
No!
Alright. You're playing one.
Hey Tim, how's it going? Yeah, Nuovad, that was a very good question. I think we'll have to actually think about that. I think... Oh, I thought that was gone. I thought that was gone. Oh, finally got some drop targets. That's nice.
You like that pop bumper action there? And these are like the flippers. The flipper gap is almost. It's got to be identical to your Sonic. It's further apart, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's like it's almost the exact same.
Tim, thank you for the 500 bits. It's Lit Pinball. Thank you for the raid. Greatly appreciated. Ah, well, thank you for gifting it to him, Tim. Did he get it already? I don't think.
Who?
Albert, the shirt?
No. He was the
Last one.
David Dennis would have.
David Dennis did get his.
Yeah.
Because he posted on social media a couple days ago.
There's no way that Orby got his yet.
It's Lit Pinball. What game are you just playing? I didn't get a chance to look at anyone's streams before I started setting up. Usually, while I'm setting up, I'll have somebody on in the background, but not today. Today I was behind the 8 ball kind of a day.
Did I tell people about Pirate Ship last time?
Pirate Ship?
No?
Maybe.
Oh. Well.
It's Lit Pinball. Thank you for the follow. It is greatly appreciated, as always. Dude, you rock it. You got your shirt? Awesome. How you're not following? I don't know. There's people I'm the same way. I'm like, I thought I was following this person. I've actually been unsubbed from people before, which is weird. And I'm like, I have to check that now to make sure if
Oh, come on.
I wasn't getting charged.
Hey, we made it all the way through.
Phantom of the Opera, nice. I haven't played that game in a while.
I've only played that once.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at the expo. That was the first time I've ever played it. Do you want me to go? Do you want to stay on one?
No, you can be one.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I haven't played this game in a while, so that's probably why.
It's needing some...
Well,
Gotta burnish itself.
EM's got to get played, so it's so there's truth to it.
I did not watch the Pro one. I only watched the Premium one. As far as the Avengers
one, yeah.
Yeah. I like what I see. I'm a big fan of the game. Hey, Mac Jedi, how's it going, man?
If I had money,
It doesn't hold a candle to combat. No, I mean,
oh, Avengers.
yeah. I mean, when you put Avengers next to this game, I'm not gonna brag, but look at these sweet outlane saves. Avengers, there's not enough. They can't do that.
I know.
It's too innovative.
Upside down ramps.
Yeah, get out of here. A ramp.
I know.
Have you seen this awesome kicker up here?
Hey,
Come
that
on.
spinner is killer.
Yeah, I mean, look at all the little rollovers up top. They didn't do that.
I know.
What the heck? Yeah, it's Lit Pinball. The artwork on these Zack games is amazing. Like,
well, they used even more colors.
yeah.
More colors than
Like,
the American ones.
let me zoom in here. Like, look at the detail in these clouds, in the explosions.
And look at even in the waves and everything. It's just
Like, it's crazy.
insane. But yeah, if you go ahead and count the number of colors that you can see.
Apparently, you're on player 2. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. I don't want to play anyway. I'm not even worthy to play this game.
But I did have to get a reproduction back glass for this. So I've gotten a number of them from Steve at BG Resto. Like, so the second guy on the he's on the ladder. Like, that whole section was gone, and just from a photograph, and I sent him my glass. The glass even broke on the way to him, and he was able to put the pieces together,
And scan
it,
and fix
and
it.
make it. So now it's available for everybody. I need to do the same thing with aerobatics.
Dude, You Rocket says that he has Avengers Premium on order and he thinks it's great. I agree 100%. I don't think you'll be disappointed that you did that.
So how many Turtles buyers are kind of pissed?
91, you ordered LE? Awesome. See, what you just said there is the first thought I had. I was like, could you imagine? This is my personal opinion. Oh! I'm probably wrong.
It is death.
Imagine if you were still waiting for a Turtles Premium and then that game just got dropped. I'd be like, we're canceling that right now. I'm gonna switch.
Yep. That's why Gary Stern always says, buy what's available.
Yeah.
Buy what's available today. Because
New Event says all the turtles are for sale. I mean, so
I finally got to play Turtles.
I like the artwork better on Turtles than Avengers, but let's be real. Avengers is better.
I don't know. Yeah, what I really like... Did we talk about this last time? What I really liked was the...
Is it something controversial?
No. It was the computer screen thing with all the inserts, and there's
like
that guy...
Like a callback to early Stern, you mean?
No. So the artwork on the Avengers one, where it's on the left-hand side, it's a bunch of inserts in a grid.
Yeah, by the drop targets.
Yeah, and then there's a guy at a computer screen, kind of like Batman or something, or,
like that, those drops with the grid targets or inserts, that's like a throwback to like Big Game or Cheetah.
Oh, sure.
Or Freefall or whatever else.
Right.
You got Turtles LE. Did you have any of the issues that other people were having, or did you make it out unscathed?
The diverter thing.
Well, I thought it was the ball lock, wasn't it? Was the issue?
No, I heard they had to take apart all their diverters. They had to, like, a whole big deal where everybody had to take it apart, fix something, and put it back together.
Yeah. A lot of people, and like Dave, Dave can be the authority on this since he is the tech service manager for American Pinball. Getting brand new games sometimes does require tweaking.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Well, you gotta think about it this way. They're all handmade with... Think about it. There's several different manufacturers for all the parts and pieces, and they're all being married together by hand by several different people. I mean, how can you think that this is going to be like...
Flawless.
Yeah, it's all going to be Mikes and Ikes. It's not. It's, literally like adjusting flipper mechanisms, pop bumper mechanisms. It's an art. It really is. I want to do... We should put that on our to-do list. I want to do a video of how to properly adjust it, so you have the really snappy flippers and active pops. Because I get that question very often, and it's when you're training like temp workers and stuff on the line, they might be doing that thing for the first time, that day, and they're not necessarily going to be there next week, or so it's the same, I think, with any manufacturer. They don't have the same people on their lines all the time with lots and lots of experience. So,
dude, you rock it. You don't like the new Redline Mania intro? I thought it was better. I liked it. It's got that like heartbeat sound kind of, instead of just going totally dead. Mm-hmm. What didn't you like about it?
Did I tell you the story about
back in your day?
No.
Oh.
Drafty
Drafty Seller.
Yeah, did I tell that last time?
Maybe. Like what?
Ruh-roh. Come on.
Oh, hamburgers. The intro's missing in some of the sequences. Is that an actual update or is that a beta?
There it goes. Okay. Dirty switches.
Is the new Hot Wheels update a beta or is it a?
No, it's a production one.
So to go straight into red lights, the intro is missing on some sequences.
Well, try this. So Josh will swear up and down that it doesn't need it, but you got to delete the version code on the file name. So it should say Hot Wheels game code .pkg. That's it. So that's what you put on your flash drive to install the code. I don't know why it is, but no, I haven't had those issues. But what?
It's Lit Pinball says, I would love one day to be able to buy a pin from a manufacturer and build it myself if all the parts were given. That would be something.
Yeah, wasn't there
a building kit?
Wasn't there? Well, that's a whole that's a whole nother level of skill. A lot of the folks that I talk to don't have the tools, or there's probably a very minute number of people that can do that.
He said he already told Josh and Joe. So.
Oh, well, they'll be on it. Then they're on it. So, I am not gonna be. I'm not an expert. I am a dunce when it comes to rules and like the code and everything. So, if your pop bumper's not working, I'm your guy. But if something's going on where this thing isn't syncing up, Josh and Joe. But they are fantastic coders. Yes.
I don't think they get enough credit for how good they are. I mean, really.
No, it is really cool. I just GC'd Houdini last night, and I got through most of the modes. But man, it is a tough game.
It's tough and very deep.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think a lot of people don't, because it's a chicken and egg thing. They don't get through it because it's tough, or they don't get through it because they don't want to give it the time of day. I don't know. But Houdini is a very, very deep game.
There we go. So we might have to take an intermission and let me clean those switches real quick. After this fall.
We get to see the American Pinball's tech service manager at work in his element on stream. Wow. Are you kidding me? It fed right up and just in.
Oh boy. Can I turn this on real quick?
Boo! Go ahead.
Just want to clean this. So this is the Dremel
443.
443.
I just bought a bunch of them.
Yeah, and this little gadget, I think I did this on some other videos. This is just a Harbor Freight rotary tool. It is dirt cheap.
$9.99.
$9.99. That's all you need.
How small it is.
Yeah, but that's the great thing, is it's just so you can get in and work on these.
Smallest Dremel is like double the size of that. The actual Dremel brand. Here.
Perfect. So all I'm gonna do is, you got a spot on there?
Not one that can go like this, unless. Hang on. Where's your extension cord? I just saw it somewhere.
It's right here.
Ah, it's back. Well, I can feed it over this way.
So this is not my thing. This is something that Nick Shell preaches, and he calls it the magic brush, and it really is, because I use this on EMs, early solid states, even modern games, It's basically to whisk your contacts.
It's lit. Thank you so much for the 500 bits. As we say, we do not deserve them, but we take them. Need them? That's debatable. That's very debatable, but not deserving for certain. Notice, game is off. Step number 1, turn game off.
Yeah, don't work on the game with the power on. Alright. Lights.
Oh, we need more ambiance around here. There we go.
Alright.
All right,
Here.
lead off. You have the touch.
Alright.
Your cat does not like the Dremel sound, huh? I don't think anyone really does. It means they're doing work. Or it sounds like you're the dentist.
Yeah, the dentist.
The dentist is
Do you get the ultrasonic thing at the dentist?
What do you mean?
You never had that?
Where it's like buzzing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you had that? That's, oh my god. So that, it's just like, cause it's got the buzz. Yeah, it's terrible. So it gets your teeth really clean, but oh my god, it's just, especially when they hit the wrong spot. Oh no!
All right, let's see if I can actually do something.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I have 2 ultrasonic cleaners that I use for shop jobs. A little liter one, and then I think it's like a 5 liter or 8. I can't remember. But like for bigger mechs. But
You don't pull your teeth out and put your teeth in the ultrasonic cleaner?
But I swear by ultrasonic cleaners, you can go, there's so many different sellers on eBay, but highly recommend it. If you're getting older games and fixing them up, ultrasonic cleaner is probably one of your best friends. So are we gonna type that trivia question in?
Oh yeah. We have to also, if we do, I think it's,
Yeah. Yep.
these are the ones I can't think of them.
No, that's it.
Tim, we're doing great. Do we have a good week? I had a busy week. I will say one thing. The fires in California... Well, I should back up. I work in energy distribution with, like, power lines, essentially. That's the field I work in.
That sounds fancy.
It's not. It's, So, the fires in California are keeping us busy with all their infrastructure burning to the ground. And then the Hurricane Laura is awful and keeping us busy because Hurricane Laura, if you don't know, because the news isn't covering it, is actually worse than Hurricane Katrina. And I think Lake Charles was where I got hit the worst. And they don't know if they'll have power until Thanksgiving. And that's a long freaking time. So we are very, very busy trying to get California and Louisiana back up and running. It has been insane.
Well, I have some... Well, go ahead and play your ball, and then
It's lit. I am actually not a lineman. I work for a supplier. I work for, I don't know if I should say what I work for.
You make tools. Electrical.
Yeah, we make tools for the all the power lines and stuff. Well, Tim, I can always do things at work. It's just a matter of being at work more than normal. Well, I'm not the one out there doing everything. We're just working our butts off to make sure we're getting the supplies out. Ah!
So I got...
No, the hurricane already went through, but the destruction is so bad. It's actually worse than Hurricane Katrina was. But because it didn't hit a major city like New Orleans, it hit more west. The people there are telling us they're very upset that they're not getting any coverage and help, and it's... Ugh.
Well, I have some good news to share. Two good pieces of good news.
Well, why don't you stand in front of the camera?
Oh, okay. So, yeah, two good pieces of good news. We're getting doggy number 2. The puppies were born. Puppies! I think we're going to get the chocolate one.
What?
See the chocolate one in the center? He's sort of with the black. So these are all golden doodles. So this will be...
Pinballer, oh my goodness.
So, yeah.
Pinballer, you are too kind. So I don't know what to say.
So he's going to be Einstein. So our current dog is a golden doodle. He's a apricot. And his name is Dr. Emmett Brown. And the next one we're going to get is Einstein. So if you're familiar with that, that was Doc Brown's dog. And then the other piece of news is Lindsay, my wife, just got a full-time job today.
All right.
So
Why didn't you say something? I could have said something. I'm walking around talking about my day like, I'm so crazy.
Well, and
I feel like a jerk.
So what that means is, so I'm going to talk to Davil, and it would mean, hopefully, that I can work full-time for American Pinball. So if you didn't know that, I work part-time. But there's more than enough work for me to do. So we'll see.
Before you hit start.
Yeah.
Pinballer, thank you so much. We really appreciate your generosity that you continually come in here and bestow on us. We really, really appreciate that. Pinballer has been around a very long time and is one of the nicest guys I've had the pleasure of getting to know in pinball. Should we do the contest right now?
Yeah. Why don't we?
So,
did you have it typed?
I don't.
Well, get it typed.
I'm looking at puppy emotes.
That's fine.
Speaking of emotes,
so no, we're super excited about the new dog. So Einstein is 8 weeks from yesterday. We can go and pick him up. So it's back in Minnesota. It's a family farm. It's not a puppy mill or anything.
There's a new emote, by the way.
So what's really interesting is the same. It's Emmett's mom. It's the same mom. So it will literally be his brother, but from a different dad.
I think I'm gonna have to adjust that emote. It's not looking as nice as it did before.
So yeah, it's just a lady that does. She breeds golden doodles, and it'll be if you're familiar or care, it's a F1B, which means that he is 3/4 poodle, 1/4 golden retriever. So
okay, so trivia question. This is for a T-shirt. What's going on?
Following
CDEL510, thank you so much for the follow. We greatly appreciate that.
Oh, I get out of your way.
So whoever answers this question first will get a T-shirt. We have large.
Should we tell them our Pinside screen names though, quick, in case they're not familiar?
Okay.
It'd be easier.
Maybe.
Well, all right. So if you're not familiar, I'm Dave Brennan. I also go by Brennan98 on Pinside, and this is Ryan. Ryan Kuiper. He is Cloud7 on Pinside. So
but I people don't really know me on Pinside that way. I mean, I'm better known, I guess, for being who I am on here, TurboGrafx 7 or Turbo or whatever, for years. So that's what I'm probably known better for.
Right.
But anyway, I guess one thing we'll say is if you've already won a shirt and you get the question right, if you want to gift it to someone else, we do that. If you want it for yourself, we'll still give it to you. We're not like that. But we have large, extra large, and 2XL. We don't have any smalls or mediums. It just didn't make sense to mass produce those sizes.
Mostly, yeah.
We can get them though if need be.
Right.
But we have on hand ready to go those 3 sizes. So I already have the question typed, and I'm also going to say the question. Whoever answers first wins the shirt. And then you just send us your address and your size, and we send it out.
Oh, and thanks, Novad, for the trivia question.
Oh, yeah. Jeez. Minor detail. Nuovad in chat came up with this question. So thank you, Nuovad. We've run out of ideas. We're not original anymore. Our brains are fried from work.
It's getting our viewers involved.
It's true. It's true.
That we're lazy.
How many games do both Dave and Ryan both own at the same time?
So we want a number or names?
A number.
Too? Okay.
So
both own.
So how many games do we both currently own that I own and he owns that we each have? Oh, Skink91 got it. On the button, 3.
That was quick.
Yep, well, there was a couple.
So, what are they?
Oh, I screwed it up. I didn't type the question in right.
What?
I said, how many do we both own? I should have said same title.
Yes, same title.
Same title.
Sorry.
It's my fault. But I did say how many we both own at the same time, but I didn't specify that.
Oh, God. You screwed it up.
But Skink91 got it.
It's fine. It's fine. So, the titles are Big Game,
Alien Star,
and...
Oktoberfest.
Oh. So, wait. Technically... I don't own that game.
Well, you do. You do. You do more work on it than anybody else.
I suppose so.
How many do we own in total together? Well, you have how many? 50?
56, I think.
You know what's funny? Novad gave us that question. I still messed it up. You're the typer, not me.
I know.
We can't switch roles on the fly here, Dave.
It's all right.
Novad, we can do that question next time. How many games have we sold to each other? There's been a few.
Sold to each other?
Well, don't talk in front of the camera. Don't give it away.
It's fine. It's fine.
Don't give it away.
All right. Yeah, that's fine.
So you have 57, and I have 13. So we have 70 together.
Oh, okay.
Someone asked how many we both own in total.
Oh, I currently have 57?
That's what you just said.
Oh, okay.
What do you have, 63 and...
No, it's
Well,
56 or...
Dude, you rock it. Thank you for the 100 bits. Did you include Lizard?
Yeah, I don't think I included that EM, the Solids and Stripes, because I haven't paid my buddy for it yet, so I'm not counting that one. But
so anyway, Skink91 did get it correctly. It is 3.
sweet. So is it Skip?
No, Skink91.
Oh, Skink. If you could send me a message on Pinside.
Are you on Pinside?
Hopefully you're on Pinside. To Brennan98. And
So that I'll type. I can actually type his name correctly if you imagine.
yeah, so Brennan98 on Pinside. Just send me a PM, and I will get the shirt out to you. And I think I mentioned this before, but it's super awesome, and I geek out about the stupidest things.
He said he almost bought your time machine.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We went back and forth a little bit there. Very cool. So I geek out about this. Our Lindsay's cousin, my wife's cousin, turned us on to this shipping thing called Pirate Ship. So it's kind of like Stamps.com but better. And you don't need an account. And I don't know how they do it, but it's dirt cheap. And so that's what I've been using to send out t-shirts. And the last couple that we had went to Canada, and it was like half.
Oh, speaking of which,
it was like half the price.
I only have some of the money I owe you, by the way.
I would physically go to the post office, and they would have charged me like $25 or something to send a t-shirt. Pirate Ship, $12 to Canada, and I didn't have to leave the house. So I don't work for them. They're awesome. Check it out. It is. I don't know how it works, but it's freaking awesome. So
it's like magnets. How do they work?
I don't know. Something about north, south. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention in physics class.
They show up and it gets to where it has to go, and I just give them money.
Maybe it's like a negotiated rate kind of thing, kind of like maybe like a Travelocity or.
Yeah, C&K has a great idea. He says, "Why can't Marco use Pirate Ship?"
I know. We get some little stupid thing, and it costs you what is it, $9?
Blake06, thank you so much for the follow. Greatly appreciate it.
I should tell American Pinball about Pirate Ship.
Do you guys do pinball machines?
Well, so yeah, they don't do large stuff, like no freight. It's just regular small parcel stuff, and I don't know if businesses can use them for like their everyday business accounts.
It's just like Etsy stuff.
Yeah, it's meant for like Etsy, eBay, seller, like small business type stuff.
Oh, so, I will never figure that out.
That's what we use it for anyway. But yeah, my wife started her own store for dog collars. She makes dog collars, bow ties, stuff like that. So she needed a good way to ship everything out to make it worthwhile to send it. So this
I have the majority of the money that I owe you.
Oh, sweet.
It's the majority, not all. I didn't have a few small dollars on me.
That's fine. Yeah.
Well, thank you all for coming and hanging out with us. I know EMs aren't exactly always the most interesting.
Oh, come on. This is one of the.
Well, I was going to say, this game is a lot faster than most EMs.
Yeah, I would put this against the speed against any early solid state ever. It is, in some cases, faster.
Nice.
No, that was leveled well.
Yeah. All right.
Choo 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 choo. Yeah, I agree. Daddy Rocket, I think EMs, yeah, that's kind of a lob it shot. There it is. EMs in general, I think, don't get as much love. It's just, if you didn't grow up in that era, and I know there's a lot of collectors out there that only collect, modern games with DMDs or LCD screens. I'm not biased to any of it. I have every era. I think
Except
I have
for wood rails.
Right. So I don't have any wood rails.
Or flipperless. Where's your bagatelles, Dave?
Oh my god. So, I would say, apart from those, I think I have every era and an example from every manufacturer. Just about. I don't
Only
think
ramps matter.
Well, right. I don't think I have any Bally 6803s, but I have had them in the past.
You know what? As much as they get dogged, they've been kind of growing on me.
I had a Strange Science and a Atlantis. Atlantis, people don't know that. That's a 6803. But it functions like, it feels like a System 11.
Well, that was like the bridge game, right?
Yeah, it was a bridge game. But there's a lot of fun to be had. They were trying some different stuff then. So
CNK, I like it. It seems like a lot of people are mixed all of a sudden after watching the gameplay video.
Avengers again?
Yeah.
Oh.
Neovid says he owns more wood rails than you. So.
You have a wood rail?
Oh, it's game over.
Yeah.
I'm plunging like I'm about to play like it's my turn because you walked away.
You're not even paying attention.
I'm keeping up with the stream and
I know.
That's it.
It's fine. I'm gonna go grab another beer. You want a pop or something?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, how about I just play a one?
Yeah, I have Coke and Dr. Pepper. It's actually off-brand, but it tastes exactly the same. It's Dr. K.
I have to have Dr. K. I have to have Dr. K.
Right.
I'll just play a one-player game.
Right.
It'll be over before you get back. I assure you. I like Avengers. I won't be getting one, but I like it. Oh, gosh. I'm at a point right now where I don't feel comfortable buying brand new games because of playfield issues, especially for what they cost. I've only bought one game new in box, and that was Dialed In, and I love it. But with all of the clear code issues and print quality issues, like I guess I'd rather wait and buy a used one where I can actually see the playfield, see what it is, and pay less money. I don't have to have the new shiny right away. Yeah, it's lit. I agree. The ramps and the kinetic spinning disc deal that raises up for the subway, like all that stuff I like. But like I said, I don't feel comfortable buying a game and having a bad playfield, because even, let's say I bought whatever, a new Jurassic Park, and I would get a premium, and let's say I have a bad playfield, and let's say Stern even gives me a new playfield. Well, I'm not going to do a playfield swap, and I'm not going to pay someone to do a playfield swap. So essentially, I'm going to have a game with a bad playfield with a nice one sitting next to it. And even if I were to sell that game, like as a buyer, if someone said, hey, I have this game, playfield's bad, but I have a brand new, very nice playfield.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna pay. I'm still not paying full price, because I'm not taking the time, nor do I have the ability to do that swap. And if I pay someone to do the swap, it's going to be $1,500 to $2,000, if not more.
Yeah.
So I'm not. That's not a value to me to get a game that's got problems and have a replacement.
$2,000 into
It's
it
just
right off the bat.
I'm not willing to take that on.
And who knows if the playfield that you got is going to have the same issues.
Oh man, I was hoping I could
You know?
get that. Dude, you rock it. That's exactly right. You see people selling the game with the extra playfield, and that's a turnoff to me. And right away, I'm like, yeah, nah, not doing that. Because like I said, I don't have the ability, and I'm not spending the money to pay someone to do that swap.
No, they do that because they're never I'll tell you right now, a manufacturer is never going to come out and like this podcast keeps saying like until they like admit that there's a problem, they will never ever do that. Because as soon as they do, everybody's going to show up with their hand out and say, "Give me my new playfield," and it's too expensive.
It's Lit says, I've had a new playfield for about 1.5 years, and I'm still pushing it off. It's when you look at the underside of a modern game, even with the node boards and everything, it is still no joke.
Yeah, it's a lot of work for sure. But yeah, I would say, of the people in the hobby, there's only 1%
That could do the swap.
that can even do the swap. So
thank you for the soda, by the way.
and there's all right, and then like of the people that can do it, how many people do it commercially? You can name them on one hand. What is it? Brian Kelly, that might do it if you're friends with him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does he even do it like for anybody anymore?
No, you have to be friends with them. Or HEP, but he only does. He's gonna be doing like full restorations. He wants to do the whole.
Yeah.
There's more money in a full restoration. So like maybe pirate ship. Yeah, he was like associated with the hardtop guys.
That Dave Brennan guy will do it.
Right. So there's maybe there's some operators or somebody out there that might do it.
One of the guys locally who can do it told me flat out. He goes, if someone wants me to do a playfield swap, he goes, I'm charging by the hour, and he goes, and they're not gonna like it.
Right.
Because it's so tedious and time consuming.
And what do they get an hour? Like 30? 60?
Hey, it's something he negotiates, I don't know.
Oh.
Because like if you want to do like a topside teardown with him, like he'll do a topside teardown and flip a rebuild for around 750, 800. And he's like to do an actual full transfer top bottom, he's like, oh man, he goes, I can't do a flat rate.
And that's gonna vary too.
Because every game,
if you're gonna do a demo man or something, oh my god,
yeah,
all the ramps are intertwined.
Yep.
It's a huge pain.
Or white water.
Oh yeah. I did a Baywatch before. That game was a huge pain in the butt.
Nuovad knows about Baywatch.
Waterworld was another pain in the butt.
CNK asked, how hard is it to do a quality check? Wait for Deep Root. It's that says, apparently impossible.
What? Oh.
Doing the quality checks.
Yeah,
Dave knows a little bit about quality checks.
Well, you gotta think, like, alright. So, I've been in manufacturing for many years now. So my other job, I'm a packaging engineer, and so I go into several different I've been into all different types of manufacturing plants, and quality control is, it just depends on what they're trained to be looking at. So the latest thing with the turtles, where they're talking about like some blurriness or whatever, they're
the print,
they're not necessarily looking at that.
Well, you would think that would be caught when they first arrive in and they're being inspected,
right?
Not when they're being assembled,
right? There's
probably steps. If it makes it past this person, it's been signed off on.
In an ideal world, you're inspecting incoming parts and approving those.
Six Sigma. Yeah, they're not. Are they ISO? Are they using 5S over there?
I don't know. But so yes, approving incoming parts, And that's something that I would do for a manufacturing run, but I don't typically in packaging anyway. Like if we're doing like a whatever it is, food product, cleaning product, whatever. There's only so many components, but in a pinball machine, there's thousands of components
with multiple physical human hands involved.
Exactly, and so you're inspecting all these parts, and that like it's a big job. So, you know, and you like to think that you know they're looking at every little thing that you would.
Board dog, you're probably right. I would think that's probably what it's doing. Random sampling, not
right. Yep.
100%.
Yep, and that's a statistic thing. If you've been in manufacturing, so random sampling is. It's a sampling plan is you get like you know, test 10 out of the lot of 100, and if all 10 are good, then you call the lot good. So that's a oversimplification, but essentially that's what that is.
Oh, sweet kickback. Oh man, that kickback. Avengers wishes they had a kickback.
A gondola. But as far as testing the games, no. Every single game needs to go through a burn-in test and check all the switches and everything for functionality. So, you know, are we gonna sit there and like test every flipper like for a bajillion flips or whatever? You know, you don't want to put a bunch of plays on a brand new game because you're going to start seeing ball trails and stuff like that, and then people get their games and like, oh, it's a used game. Well, I tested the hell out of it for you.
so before you never mind.
Oh, sorry. It'll be quick. But yeah, that's something that like people don't talk about that on the podcast because they honestly, most of them don't know. They don't know. They don't. So, they're not experts.
You're trying to tell me people at podcasts don't know everything?
They don't know exactly how pinball manufacturing works.
Come on.
I think they went to like a manufacturer once, and
you're trying to tell me you can't take a tour and know everything?
Well, and I haven't been there forever, so no, and I don't pretend to know everything there is to know about it. There's still a ton for me to learn too. So, you know, but it'll come with time. Oh.
All right. Now, Board Dog. So I'm amused. Board Dog said he came late. Can you do a quick rundown of the rules? We will do that.
Oh, okay.
And Nuovad made me laugh. He said, no, class has already started. Nice. So before I plunge, you want to do a quick this?
Yeah. So the bomb targets, the drop targets here, those, basically you want to drop all those to light your special, which I have set to extra ball. You can set it to points or replay, whatever you want to do. But I thought that was a fun little thing because these are short balls. And anyway, so once you get all the bomb targets down, now all the targets are worth 10 times what they normally are, which I think is 1,000. Yeah, 1,000 points. So that's that. The spinner advances your whole bonus, or your advances the whole score. I don't know why they call it whole, but the saucer.
Man, I like that attitude.
The saucer, the top, so you can max out at 50,000. And then trying to remember how you light the spinner. because spinner was either 1,000 or 100 when not lit, or 1,000 when lit, and you can. The way that I set this spinner up is you can really rip it for a good 1,000 per spin. The pop bumpers, when they're flashing, let's see. So they're the unique thing about this game is it has a circuit board that controls the pop bumpers. So it's one score when they're not lit, and then it's a higher score when they are flashing. And you get that by either hitting the saucer on the top left or the gondola on the top right. What else? Advancing your bonus are the explosion rollovers at the top, or there's an advanced bonus target over here. And I don't quite remember how you get the bonus ball, but when you do light it, it's kind of like it moves with the slingshots. I don't remember. Yeah, roves. I think that's pretty much it. All right. Where was it? You're up.
I'm up. Let me drain quickly, if you don't mind. You know, it's funny because you look at the back glass and the lower artwork.
Pay attention, because I'm too important to repeat myself.
That's a quote you should put on a shirt. That's solid, Newellvet. I really like that. The artwork's confusing on this game because it appears like it's World War II era, but then they have a Concorde in the middle of the playfield. I don't think that plane existed back then. What's that? Oh my goodness!
Oh, just making sound effects.
Boo!
No, I set the pitch to about as high as this thing could go.
Good.
No, I really like this thing is playing. It's playing better than it ever has. So. Oh, and you'll notice the pop bumper. I have a mouse chew. So.
Oh, yeah, at the top.
Yeah, so I made new pop bumpers. So you have to like. I did it on aerobatics. So if you watch the aerobatics stream, I made water slide decals to go on Gottlieb pop bumper bodies. So I have them in the cabinet here. It's just I need to install those. So haven't gotten around to it. All
Dude, you rock it. Very perceptive with that Olympic flag waving guy.
Oh, it's lit.
Don't waste it.
Well, here we go. Oh, come on. No. Oh. Special is lit.
Ball 4, huh?
Oh, I didn't even point out. Each time that you hit the bomb targets, you'll notice. So there's the soundboard actually has a feature to it. So this is the early. We're talking 1977 here. So back box animation. So there's a flasher in that explosion where the ship is. So when he hits a drop target, it will flash and it'll make like a every time. It's more like a static noise, but it's supposed to be an explosion. And so the ship on the back glass it's got the explosion by it.
Yes, Dave can do anything. Yes.
Well,
especially your water slide decals.
Well, I actually made this. Well, worked with a small circuit board manufacturer in Austin, Minnesota called OzCon.
Board Dog, thank you for clarifying that.
And reproduced the circuit boards that go in this game for the soundboard and the flasher board. So that was. So they also work with aerobatics. It's probably a rollover button or something.
Or maybe you did something special.
No.
What?
I just suck. So yeah, those are available on Marco Specialties now. In order to make it happen, I worked with Mark at Marco, and I said, hey, I want to make these boards, but I really only need like 2. And he's like, yeah, you know, I'll take the extra ones. Oh! Well, because Marco wants to be the place to go for the part that you can't find anywhere else. And the reason they want that is because you go and order your ramp or your circuit board or whatever it is. You're gonna order your rubber kit, your plastic set, whatever it is, the other parts along with it. So, you know, are they ever gonna sell out of all the circuit boards that we made? Probably never, but whatever. But it's probably one of those things where, you know, they sell, you know, 25% of them or something, and they make their money back, kind of deal. So,
all right, we're back.
Hey, we're going through the balls and players consistently now.
Board Dog, we were trying to figure that out too. How the scorecard probably tells you how to like the spinner.
Spinning target scores 1,000 points when lit and advances the lights in the top left canal. Canal. Okay. They call it a canal. I don't know. We've lit it before, haven't we?
Kickback lane.
Yeah, the gondola lights the spinner. Well, I'll get in there.
Or the one on the left.
Ah! That was me. Did it not kick out? It didn't kick out. Ah, you jinxed it. You jinxed it. There it goes.
Oh, phew. You just gotta beat it.
Beat it.
Slap the crap out of it.
Oh.
Boo.
Kind of more of a lob shot. In a way, doesn't it remind you of that, the way that Joe does
There we go.
his, like, scoops, saucer shots in Oktoberfest?
Well, it lit when I went in the left one.
Did it light?
When I went in the...
Oh, it lit
left.
when you did that?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll see if it lights for the gondola too. I would imagine it does. It's probably coincides with the pop bumpers being lit. There, see, it's lit now.
So, now that we have the last Zaccaria
Yes?
crossed off the list,
Yes?
what do we go to next?
Well, we've kind of been jumping around.
Yeah, we definitely have to stay consistent.
No. Well, I don't know why
we don't have to be consistent.
Like, why did we wait so long to do this one?
Well, no. What happened was COVID. It was that long ago.
Just blame it on COVID.
Blame it on 2020. Ugh.
That, and I got the AP job somewhere in there, and I don't know. Jeez. Oh, so that beep is like the top pop was a little sticky.
Why don't we pick a couple games and make a poll for next week?
Oh.
Are you camping?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. No. Camping is after, what do we just have, Labor Day?
Yeah.
Camping after Labor Day is drops off. So, well, we've been itching to do Houdini.
Do what?
Huh?
Do what?
Houdini.
Oh, yeah.
If you want.
Oh, we're for sure gonna do Houdini. It's just I want to get more comfortable with.
We don't know much of the rules.
The depth of the game.
If there's rule questions, they can direct them to a book that they can read. Here, read this novel of all the rules that Houdini has. I mean, I kind of had to do that when I, what was it? Stargate.
No!
Stargate. I had to,
Special!
read a book.
Thank you, Borg Dog. One redeeming thing I've done today.
But that's, I don't know. It's part of the fun, I guess. You know, if you're gonna get a game and you have limited space, wouldn't you want to get a game that has tons of things to do and accomplish, and you get better at it over time?
Either kick out likes that.
Yep. Yeah, whenever the pop bumpers are flashing, the spinner's lit.
Is it timed?
Yes. I think it's like 20 seconds? 20 seconds?
It's the originally written in Italian. Everything's in English though, which is interesting.
Well, because I think their biggest market was...
England?
No. U.S.
For Zach?
Yes. Believe it or not, they were number 3 manufacturer at the time. Well, I don't know. They, especially in their Gen 2s, like if you looked at Devil Riders, they got American flags all over.
Well, Locomotion's probably the most crazy.
I would love to have a Locomotion. Let's just go like Rob Neo.
Locomotion is fun.
It is a lot of fun.
I mean, we have access to people locally. Like Neo Skywalker has a lot of Zach games.
Yeah, he's
he's got all the rare ones. Except
everyone. No, he has all of them.
Is he in Mexico in 86 now?
Yep. He does. He has all the Gen 2s.
So he's got Spooky. He's got
Robot.
Robot. You have Robot.
Yeah. So
what's the other one? Xancor.
Yeah, Zancor. Stars Phoenix is a rare one. But yeah, there's. Honestly, if you start looking into the foreign games, you don't. If you think you know what. Yeah, if you think you know what a rare game is, start looking at the Spanish games. And you know, there's a lot of weird stuff out there that you've never even heard of before. So
yeah, C&K, I think the majority of the Zacks here are from the re-import days back in the early 2000s.
Yeah,
Came in containers.
I've only re-imported. Oh, that's for the over to the top score. So it's doing that, and it shuts off. So
you give the highest score?
Well, it's
Something.
just like a replay setting. So as soon as I hit that, it'll make that
It'll
sound.
go off.
Yeah.
I own one Zac. I own a Magic Castle, which I think personally, out of all the Zacs I have played in person, my two favorite are Magic Castle and Robot, and then after that, Farfalla, I guess, and then maybe Pinball Champ.
Well, of the ones that you can obtain,
Jobber asks, when are we getting TG7 hats?
I might know a guy
Fez hats?
or a woman that can
A human being?
do such things. Yeah. Well, all that it can be done. Like what you have there, it can be done.
We need to get stickers made. A lot of people ask for stickers all the time.
Sticker mule.
Yeah.
Do it. Even get like reflective ones or
It's last stand-up's gonna be the death of me.
what?
They won't feel like crap in 10 days. BD. That's a deep root jab.
Oh. Yeah. Who knows? Are they gonna just come back out with Raza again?
That's
Like
what I think.
bring back that old bird.
It's see if all they I don't want to be on here bashing companies or whatever, but I'm a little like, show me something special for all the talk I've heard. And
What?
after seeing Raza nearly a year ago, that didn't blow me away.
Why did they do that?
I don't think they thought, COVID,
just
first
to
of
show
all.
like, hey, we're doing something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just kind of gets you wondering, like, well, I don't know.
Abraham Lincoln eats spaghetti. Yeah, New Ovid, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too. It's just, I think the problem. I should reword what I'm going to say. It seems to me from talking to a lot of people, everyone is sick and tired of the talk and all the grand
The
posturing for
posturing.
with new innovations not seen before and yada yada yada.
Right.
And then the game they show, it's kind of like, okay, not impressed.
Right. None of it really matters.
And then nearly a year later, it's supposed to come out, and it's I don't know. I think there's way too much talk and not enough production happening.
Right. They're in Houston?
I think they are in Houston. I don't think they're in Austin. I think they're in Houston. Here. Lead off.
Alright.
I think they're closer to Houston anyway.
Didn't they have something where they're like looking for a production manager or something like that not too long ago? I thought I saw something like that.
I mean, well, and that's the thing. Like, Raza's it's old news because it was shown a year ago, and they can say all they want. Oh, it was a prototype. Well, so what? I mean, how much more is going to change? Right. Maybe the artwork. Move some things around. Maybe whatever. And that's
right.
I want them to do well, genuinely, because I want Steve Bowden. I want to see what he's going to do. I have a lot of respect for him. I think a lot of people in the community do as well. He's a really nice guy, and I really want to see him succeed. And I also want to see what John Norris can do with proper backing and getting, the what's the word? Not assets, but the support that he needs to actually make a game in a timely manner and not be rushed. because I think he probably has a lot of great ideas. I mean, I like his old games. I mean, I think they get glossed over because they're Gottlieb, but I think he had a lot of good ideas. So I would like to see what he can do as well. But, Robert burned a lot of goodwill, I think. I mean, a lot of people were saying, well, he doesn't have to help the Zidware people. That's true. That's true. But you also don't have to make big claims, miss deadlines.
Do you know what the base price is supposed to be?
No, no one does.
Yeah, so that's the big question.
Oh,
it's like, are you gonna get a value kind of thing? So yeah, Dude You Rocket. Sure, I can help you pimp out your Hot Wheels. Depends what you want me to do. There are some like mods and stuff, but what is it? Something from his like Zach? I assume you mean Zach Many, like pimping it out or something like that. Jobber, where do you live?
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis? Come on, man. Come down this way. You can play it anytime. No, my Hot Wheels is dialed in. Well, no, that's a different game. But I'll have to find out.
He said the Zaccaria Hot Wheels.
Oh, God. I would love to find a Zach Hot Wheels.
I've never seen one in real life.
No, I haven't either. I've only played it on the
Magic Pixel.
Yeah, yep, the digital version. Oh no, wait, no. The only place that I know of publicly, it's not necessary, is Clay in Michigan, Ann Arbor. He has one.
The VFW.
The VFW Vintage Flipper World. So unfortunately, that stuff isn't going on right now. But he has, outside of Neo, which is private collection, so he is the only public. Well,
it's private-ish. But
it's probably more than Pinberg has.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, Clay has so many different rare games.
I mean, Clay and Neo are the ones that come to mind for large Zach collections. I'm sure there's a couple other people too that I just can't think of, but they're the ones that are the most vocal.
Right. So if you want to go, so I suggest if you when things do start up again and you go to a VFW show, which I highly recommend. I think next time I'm going to just pull the camper there and stay the weekend. It'd be awesome. Because I think he allows that too. But it literally, if you haven't been, he literally bought this old VFW
Post
and filled the buildings with all these games, and he's got hundreds. And
you see the post he put on Pinside?
No.
Asking to open up new membership.
Oh.
So you have to essentially become a tech.
Sure.
And his criteria for becoming a tech were interesting, and people were attacking him.
Oh, wow. So yeah, it's I've only been there once. I used to live, I grew up in Michigan, not far from where Clay is. And when I went and visited the place, after we were leaving, my wife Lindsay says, "Are you kicking yourself that you moved away from here?" It's like, yes, God damn it. It's like I could have been a tech for Clay.
But now you work for only company.
Right. So, yeah, it's crazy how things happen, and honestly, the VFW wasn't there when I lived there. or maybe it was at its beginning stages, and I wasn't even into pinball at the time. So
That was a brutal drain.
But highly recommend, if you are going to go to VFW, do like I did and make a list of the games that you want to play, because if you just go willy-nilly...
I was totally asleep at the flippers.
Way to go.
Thanks.
If you just go willy-nilly, you're going to wander around and you're not going to play all the games that you want to play. So make a wish list. And I would say this is similar to like Replay FX or, you know... go and hit the games that you've never played before first, so you get that experience. Well, I guess you're gonna walk away like wanting all the rare stuff that is hard to find, but that's what's fun about it. You go and experience some games that you've never played before, and you know, actually have an opinion on some of these. Like I don't know any place that has a combat that you can play. I think I've only been to what? Two places ever that had a Alien Star for to play, and it was what? Colorado, Boulder, Colorado, and Portland, Oregon. So if you're not somebody that travels, you're never going to get to play one. So.
Well, the one in Colorado is Ryan Wanger's, isn't it?
Yep.
From Comet.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure if he still has it there, if he rotates stuff.
Wedgehead, Portland.
Yep, Wedgehead. I was actually the one that added all their games to Pinside, because I was talking to the guy there and he wasn't on there. Yeah. Like, this is a killer location. You don't have anything on Pinside. But, you know, in their defense, it was fairly okay.
Okay, come on, one more drop target.
That I will say that I really liked the diversity. Anytime I go to a location and they have a diversity and it's not just all like brand new skirms and stuff.
Yeah,
like that's a great location for like a league play type of thing. Not that you can't have league play with all new games. You absolutely can, but I like that variety, and it really.
That's like what makes Pinburg so special.
Exactly,
you play every era.
You need to know how to play these games,
and they do not play the same. And when you go from a modern to like a EM, it totally throws you off.
Oh yeah. Good luck keeping the ball alive on it.
I mean, like when
you
when you play like AC/DC with lightning flippers. And it's the pitch is angled up all the way, and then you go and play like old Chicago right afterward. You're like, okay.
Yep.
Like you got to really get your bearings quick.
Exactly.
Because all the modern games are bastardized. Like they're jacked up all the way. Like their Hobbit has lightning flippers. Like that's insane.
Yeah. Well, and they probably have to because it's a long playing game, you know.
It's a time thing,
right?
For sure.
Yeah, keep people moving through, and they should just make it all EMs then.
Yeah. All 5 already. Wow. Oh.
Yeah, poor dog. Have you been to Wedgehead in Portland? I know you're in Washington. Have you been there before? That there's quite a few places in Portland. It's become quite the hotbed for pinball lately. It's probably quite a hike.
Make it a bingo.
Make it a bingo. Nice.
Just a bagatelle. Just lots of nudging. Big wide open playfield. What am I nudging?
all you have to do is plunge the ball and the thing just goes crazy.
Yeah, whatever happens.
It's all just a blinky box of lights. Oh, didn't hit one freaking.
What's this? Sounds pachinko.
Oh, look at that. Nope, wrong way.
Oh. Board Dog says he went there to play Alien Star before he built it. Great variety, great burgers. 3 hours from where he used to live.
So it wasn't that long ago that you did that restoration then. 3 hours? That's not bad. I mean, well, it's a hike.
Well, but if you make a day out of it.
Yeah, you have to make a day out of it. Or stay the night somewhere. The only reason I was there is because my wife's brother lived in Portland, or still lives around that way. So we'd probably go back. It's very dog friendly there. Very dog friendly. It's everywhere.
Ah, it's my fault.
Like every single store.
Hey, Fliptronic, you want to sell your Farfalla? You don't like it? Dave's already got one.
Yeah,
and I'm not. It's not that I wouldn't buy a Farfalla, but I have other games on my list I'm dead set on getting. Oh, she wants to get rid of Farfalla because the bad cats gotcha.
Wait, because you're gonna get bad cats?
They already got it.
Ah, okay. Well,
Farfalla's a good game though. I like it a lot.
oh, definitely Board Dog. Portland. So I wasn't drinking at the time because I was an idiot or something when I went and visited Portland, but that is dumb because Portland has so many microbreweries.
And don't forget the homeless.
Yes, they have a lot of those.
I remember,
but they don't bring you beer. So what?
I will never forget the time. Last time I was in Portland.
You know why that is, right?
Because they had it.
No, because methadone is free.
Well, there's that. But
Yeah.
we were walking to Voodoo Donuts, and we had to walk. I mean, literally walk over people. I don't mean walk around them. I mean physically hurtling and stepping over people laying across all the sidewalk. And I'm like, this is crazy.
Ridiculous.
I mean, I've been to San Francisco and LA, whatever. You see homeless people all over. But you're not, climbing over their bodies to walk down the street.
Yeah. We went to a really cool bookstore there. It was, I have to think of the name. It was just this ginormous bookstore, but they had
Half-price books?
No. No, it was something like
Borders?
somebody's name. No, it wasn't
Barnes & Noble?
Heck. No, it was somebody's name, but they had no joke, a pinball section, and it had
Pinball books?
Yeah. No, there was
to play pinball machines?
No, there was pinball books. It was pinball books.
You just said no, and I said pinball books.
No.
You're like, yeah, no.
It was a section, and it had that rare one that you got, the Roger Sharp.
Yeah. Well, it's not rare. It's just...
It's quite rare. It's expensive
It's
now.
expensive. I wouldn't say it's rare. You can find it. You just got to pay for it.
All right.
I think I paid... I bought my Roger Sharp book the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
And I paid $40 on eBay. I got it for a pretty good price, relatively speaking.
That's a lot for a buck.
C&K says, how many other types of EM do you have, gun or sub?
Huh? EMs?
Yeah.
Oh, I have a monster gun, EM.
Powell's?
Huh?
Powell's?
Powell's Books, yeah, that's it.
Fliptronic says, I love McMenamin's school. McMenamin's. So creepy and awesome. A little classrooms of breweries.
Ah. Oh, it's a microbrew in Portland.
And converted elementary school.
Oh, cool. There's something like that. There's a church. When I was in Pittsburgh.
Ah, come on.
We stopped in Pittsburgh, checked out some pinball places, and there was a microbrewery in Pittsburgh that was a converted church. Like a old Catholic church where they made it a microbrewery.
Pinball Star buy a church that they're turning into a pinball deal?
Oh, really?
I thought I read that.
Yeah, there's some other place, I think in Connecticut, that called it like the something pinball church or whatever. But that would make sense. So my wife is a pastor, and she will attest to that churches are dying all over the place. So you might be able to find a church real estate relatively cheap. So that's probably why it made sense, because it's a big building, and you can get it cheap.
Yeah, there's a lot of people saying stuff you want to follow up.
Yeah. So is it looking at a church to buy today? Porn talk?
Are you looking to buy it because cheap, or going to start a cult? The cult sounds more interesting.
It's like a pinball cult. Usually those church basements are large and you can put lots of stuff in there. But
Ow, man,
quite drafty. Yeah. Under the flipper, the ball burned out on the flashy explosion looking thing. Oh. It did? No, it's still there. It's lit. So that's the under the apron, the flashy explosion thing. So if you didn't know, Bally used it too. And so I'm one of the guys that did the Bally reproduction aprons. The reason that is there is letting you know that there's still a credit on the game. I don't know if the other manufacturers did it, but so Zaccaria had it and Bally had it, but I don't think they ever explained why it was there. So, and where's the credit? Isn't there a credit wheel? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so there's still 3 credits on the game. So as long as there's credits on it, it'll light.
Did you answer C and K? What they huff?
No. Where's he? Oh. No, I haven't gone to John Dayhuff's. I did buy one of his Alien Stars.
It's not my house, isn't it?
Uh.
Or is it the one that you... Which one? Because the one that you have is the original one that was at my house.
Yeah, so the...
Because I remember you...
I had the one?
The one that you have now, it was the one that you got and brought directly to my house to store it and set it up. It was at my house for a while.
Okay, is that the one that you have now?
No, that's the one you have now.
Oh, that was the more beat up one.
Yeah.
Okay. No, so you have the John Dayhoff one.
Okay.
So I followed up with him and showed him the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yeah, I'm kicking myself. That's you. So I'm like, yeah, now that it's done. And was it why?
Yeah, completely restored.
And then why is now everybody knows him, Hilton on Pinside. So after
Kevin, how's it going, man? Thanks for stopping by.
After I did those restorations, he said, "When can I drop it off?" Because he has one he wants to restore.
Yeah, John Dayhup's got a massive collection.
Yeah, he likes the rare stuff too. He's got some rare EMs. I think he's got a Hercules. Yeah, the big Atari Hercules. What am I missing? I lived in a church for a very short time.
Oh, before you came here?
Yeah. The church parsonage. So yeah, that's where I moved when I lived in Minnesota. Not the whole time I lived there. So I moved into the parsonage prior to moving here. So unfortunately, we probably won't move into another parsonage, but it's all right.
Kevin from Buffalo asked if you have any Atari pins.
I don't.
Have you ever had one?
I have never had an Atari pin, so I guess I don't have every manufacturer.
You are a hack.
I know, jeez. But all right, so if you were gonna get an Atari pin, what?
I'll tell Donald to fire you.
He probably doesn't even know what an Atari pin is. If you were gonna get an Atari pin, what would you get?
Superman.
Right? Like what else would you get?
Thank you, Novad. We're not going to forget your no wood rail games either.
I know.
Yeah, Kevin, I don't even think I've played one. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm trying to think of all the shows I've been to and if I've ever even touched one.
What, a wood rail?
No, Superman.
I have. I played...
not Superman, just an Atari game in general.
Yeah, I've played Atari games before. Superman... Sorry, Steve Ritchie. It's boring as hell.
How dare you?
It's boring! It's... The shots don't work well. It's... So, I played... There's a place in Minneapolis that they had a lot of different EMs and... Try to remember. They had like indoor mini golf and a microbrewery. It was super cool to go and see.
Yeah, Kevin, I don't even think I touched any at Pinburg. Yeah, wrecked every time. Every time I play, I get wrecked.
But yeah, that place in Minneapolis was super cool. They had like
Tilt?
No, it wasn't Tilt. It was this giant building, and they had all these EM rifle games, which is super cool. That was the funnest thing was a Chicago coin. It was a dual rifle game, where you 2-player, and it had a combination of EM, but then it also had like a light thing where you had like skeet shoot. It was awesome. They had all these different EMs, but they also had they had an Atari Superman, and they had a Hercules there. It was something golf. I can't remember, but I know there's somebody from Minneapolis on here that would
jobber, that
would know what the heck I'm talking about. But it was super cool to go and visit. Plus they had good beer, and I know I drank quite a bit of it when I was there, so I can't remember everything there. There's some cool stuff, and it's not very often that you see places that have rifle games, old EM rifle games, and they also had like the football, some like football or
like the old EM style,
yeah,
like the basketball and stuff.
Yep. They had those like old EM arcade games there too.
Can Wonderland.
Yes, Can Wonderland in Minneapolis. If you're ever there, it is worth a stop.
So Dave had an idea for streaming something different. He has a puck bowler over here, Is that's I finally saved an outlay. You see that? I think I won it.
If you can bump it back into the outlay,
Yeah,
you win.
it's a win for me. Stream's over. Would anyone actually be interested in watching us stream the Puck Bowler? It's got different games to play on it.
So what we would do... Yes, it does have different games, but the idea would be... So, we know that streaming games isn't always about the game. We're just playing the game, and we're interacting with you, and it's fun. So, we'd probably invite a couple of friends.
That was a little rude, but we're going to let it slide.
Invite probably a couple friends. It is a 6-player game, so we could do that. But it is super fun, and I don't think they get a whole lot of attention. Honestly, if these bowler games were in more bars, they would get played the heck out of. And this one, in fact, has some really unique history to it. That I brought it back to life. It used to be in a bowling alley where I used to live in Minnesota, and I talked to several different people that have lived there their entire lives, and they remember many of their bowling nights playing this game for many hours. So I think it would be pretty fun. It's neat. It has a neat history, and it was really cool to be able to restore something that, you know, a lot of people had some history with. So anyway, I haven't been keeping up. Are you keeping up?
There's puck bowler, puck jokes, puns, and all that stuff.
Well, so the
Run it back.
Sure. I think the puck bowler, I would love to have a ball bowler. I've been looking at them for a long time, but the puck makes a heck of a lot of sense, and this is a System 11 modern board set in there. Otherwise, you get EMs, and nothing wrong with that, but like the smallest I've ever seen for a ball bowler was it 15 feet? This is like 15 or 17 feet. So they take up a lot of space.
A few games to make that happen.
Exactly. So that's the nice thing about the puck bowler is they're not that much longer than even a pinball machine. So you know, and it fits perfectly in that space.
Yeah, they're gigantic.
Yeah.
But they're super cool. My wife really wants to get a skee ball machine, and I'm not opposed to it. It's just I don't think the way my basement's set up, when you come down my stairs.
You have space.
No,
that's far wall.
No. I'm saying getting it into the basement.
Oh no! Don't call me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you get to the bottom of my stairs, there's like 6 to 8 feet from the bottom step to the wall. And I don't think I can get the alley down and turned because I'm not going to get a 10-foot game. You got to get 13. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a pain, and they typically.
Nuovan asks
6 to 8 pieces.
The real question: would the EM ball bowler work in the living room with the other EMs for the decor? That's a good sell, Nuovad.
Well,
you're paying attention.
Yeah. Lindsay would love a ball bowler. And what you really want, the sought after part is to really make it the best experience. The ball bowler needs to have gutters, and it needs to have
come on,
some features. There's some nice Bally ones that have features like flash and the the fact that the smaller ones, I've always seen that they don't have gutters, so it's essentially basically the same as a puck bowler, because puck bowler doesn't have gutters, so I'm not gaining a whole lot different. Actually, I would be losing things because on a puck bowler, I have five or six different modes or different games that you can play, and if I go to an EM shorter one that doesn't have that, you're only playing standard bowling. That, and it's longer. So you.
What's this? If you're not getting tickets to training for cheap crap, it's not worth it. He's right.
I'll just get a handful of erasers. I guarantee you,
Playing
Lindsay.
cards and an eraser.
I guarantee you, Lindsay has some erasers around here.
That's what's used.
I know she does. I'm pretty sure we have some light glow sticks.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, we got some glow sticks, erasers.
How about those sticky, stretchy hands?
But she does.
High class.
She does have what is it? Oriental trading.
Oh yeah.
So you can absolutely get some sticky, stretchy hands.
Oh. That's what you do when someone wins. You pull the catalog out. What do you want? It'll be here in a week.
Well, if I had like a skill crane, which I have contemplated getting, but I think I'd rather like have a candy crane.
Do you know what Sue wanted us to get?
What?
That spinning chicken where the egg pops out with the prize inside. And I'm like, are you crazy?
Well, I know where you can get one.
Look at that unlit spinner rip.
Dog collars and plastic bags.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, the sticky, stretchy hands, I would probably...
Look at that. Right after it goes out, I'd murder that spinner.
Well, no, I was going to say I would murder those kids that put their sticky, stretchy hands all over the pinball glass. I have to clean them off.
Oh, this freaking... I want the special. Ah, missed it.
Yeah, Board Dog, I think the half bowling lane...
Got it.
There you go.
But I gotta shoot again because I hit it.
There you go, you got it.
Shazam!
Yeah, the half bowling lane, Board Dog, I've contemplated that, but then you physically would have to cut the whole thing. You would have to cut it, and then like all the, I don't know, the wiring and stuff.
Oh, God.
And you'd have to like hack it up to make it work. I don't know. Would feel bad because I know some bowling lanes you can take out sections, but I don't know.
Yeah, I remember as a kid thinking that chicken thing was amazing.
I don't think I've ever played this chicken game you're talking about.
All it is a cube with a chicken. You put the quarter in, it spins and clucks, and then underneath it is a bunch of plastic eggs.
And they got prizes
And they have
inside.
prizes inside.
Okay.
So you're paying a quarter for a piece of garbage, essentially.
Oh yeah. But it's fun.
And it's really two prizes because you keep the plastic egg.
Oh sure.
Board Dog, you're right. Says it sounds like a fun project. If you buy a church, you'll have room.
Well, maybe someday.
And think about this. Let's look at how what the benefit of buying a church is. You get the pews.
Ah, I got it! Oh, and drained it right away.
So if you buy a church, hopefully you get the pews. Think of all the seating for pinball parties.
We have one in the sunroom.
You have a pew?
Yeah.
My parents have one too, actually.
Yeah.
An old one that's like all carved wood.
Yeah. Yeah. We have a little miniature. We have one of the front pews that no one ever wants to sit in.
No,
those short ones.
Paid a quarter for the chicken song.
The chicken. Well, the class of 1812 has the chicken song.
That's true.
That was a fun
Speaking of class of 1812,
yes.
why do I even play this? Out of Ray Tanzer's games, and I'm gonna say that I know Joe Kamankow technically designed the bulk of class of 1812, but Tanzer made it what it is. So I'm saying it's a Tanzer game. Do you think Class of 1812 is his best game, or do you think it is Stargate?
Oh, that's hard to pick.
I know, that's why I picked them.
Well,
I know which one I would take.
all right. So if you said
Exactly.
said you only get to pick
He
one.
says Churchwood is old growth, the good stuff.
Nice.
That's very true.
So if you said you could only pick one,
Yeah, which you own both.
yeah,
One has to go. Which one are you keeping?
1812.
Yeah, me too.
It's just
I think the
it's
better
not deep. It's not deep.
the better
but-
game I think is actually Stargate from a pinball perspective. But Class of 1812 is so off the wall and weird and campy.
The character,
It's just more fun to play.
right? The character and everything. It's yes, 100%. And you know me, it's because it's the rarer game. I can always get a Stargate. So I also factor that in. Not just like, oh, you know, which one's, you know, more fun to play. Well, we had a hell of a lot of fun. We haven't streamed Stargate yet.
It's true.
But yeah, the 1812 is just just knowing like the history of that and like how that came to be, and it does have quite a bit of rules to it, and like the sounds are really cool, like the campiness, the monsters. I love the theme and all that. Compared to Stargate, I do like Stargate, but not as much as I like monster themes.
It was funny when I
No!
D-Berry asked, who made this table? What's the manufacturer? It is Zaccaria from Italy. This is one of the EMs they made.
What table?
What is the history of Class of 1812? So the story goes that Gottlieb had a wall of...
Garbage parts?
Well, yeah, in like things that were started and not finished and just left, and Joe Kamankow was at Gottlieb briefly, and I think he said it was supposed to be a racing game or something, like when he had it in his mind.
They needed to come out with something quick.
So they were under a time crunch, and this is well after Joe Kamankow had left, and this unfinished play field was hanging on this wall that they always went to grab stuff. And Tanzer grabbed it, and I don't know, it couldn't have been too far along in the process because it wasn't a finished game, obviously. And Tanzer took what was there and turned it into Class of 1812. So, but if I recall, I don't know if it was on Topcast or if it was on a more recent podcast that Joe Kamankow was on, but I think he said he had planned to have that game be a racing game or something.
You know what it reminds me of? Like just the weird campiness of like Party Time. like the chattering teeth, so Party Zone has like a dancing dummy and like a robot guy that talks.
Yeah.
A spinning head.
Like a narrator guy.
Yeah, that talks. Which I love the look of a Party Zone. I wouldn't mind having one, at least briefly.
Oh my goodness.
Well, knowing me, I'd probably keep it longer.
D-Berry, yes, this game is Italian. It's a Zaccaria.
I'm not sure the guys on the back glass are Italian.
If you were to compare Zax to something of that era, probably Bally-ish.
Yeah, or no. Sorry, the EMs.
I'm just saying in general.
All right, so the EMs are most directly related to Williams. If you look at all the guts underneath, there's direct replacements that are Williams EM. So I don't know if they like licensed with them or what, but a lot of the stepper units and things like that, their relays, they're pretty much exact copies of Williams.
Well, remember when, at Expo we saw all those Titos that were like,
Yeah,
they were either Zax or they were like Playmatic, and they were like rebranded as Taito with a different theme.
Yeah,
but you're like, this is clearly Pinball Champ or whatever.
Yes.
So like in Europe, a lot of weird stuff was going on.
Yeah, so
and like Sega was over there doing stuff.
The Spanish games are a totally different story. So just in terms of Zac, though, when it was EM, they had more Williams guts to them. If you go into generation like 1 and 2, I would say that they're closer to what Bally was doing. I don't have any Gen 1s, but I do have Gen 2 games, and a lot of their components and like things they use for their circuit boards were used on early Bally. And so if you can repair an early Bally game, you can repair a Gen 2 Zac game. The nice thing about Zax is their playfields hold up really well.
So the Spanish games.
Yes, the Spanish games. I've rarely had a plastic that has ever broken on these games, so they've held up really well. Unlike unless you have a mouse that chews your dang pop bumper like on this one, which I need to change out. But for the most part, they're very robust. So you want to talk about well-made games from the 70s and 80s.
Europe.
Yes. Zac made some really good stuff. And I would say that the just the feel, they didn't have a whole lot of like clunkiness so much to them. Like we got to play some of those Spanish ones at the Chicago Expo, and
well, I mean, like Sonic is probably the most well-known Spanish, but is Playmatic?
Yeah, Playmatic. Spanish? Yeah, there's Playmatic, Ender.
Oh, Ender. Yeah.
So there was some odd titles there that you don't see often, but what really struck me was they had plastic playfields, which they'll never wear out, so their playfields are really good, but things just didn't flow very well. It seemed for the games that did play, and so I don't know. You don't see them very often, so I don't know.
You can always pretty much tell, like a Playmatic game, a lot of the times used square pop bumper caps.
Yep. Oh, there was Gamatron.
Yeah.
Was that Sonic or was that Playmatic? I can't remember. Okay. So no. I think it was Sonic.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'll look it up right now.
So they had a Gamatron at there's a Spanish made Gamatron. So Gamatron was a Pinstar game, So at the end of Stern, Gary Stern did this conversion kit thing and made Pinside, which is a conversion for Bally and early Stern. And so there was a very low quantity of games that were converted to Gamatron. And they also worked with their Spanish manufacturers, and I think the one that we saw at Expo utilized that cabinet that nobody likes that they used for 8-Ball Deluxe and Centaur and Rapid Fire? Yeah. Or Mr. and Mrs. Pac-Man.
Yeah, it was Sonic, you're right.
Yep. So it was Sonic, but it was a slight. Yep, and it was a slightly different art package.
Well, it's completely different, but the layout's identical.
Yes.
It's still called Gamatron.
Yes. So basically, it's Flight 2000 standard body, but it is a far superior game.
Way faster.
Way faster, and I have one in my collection that it works, but it is, if I showed you the back box, you're like, I don't even want to touch it. It's a hacked up mess, and so basically what I want to do is clean it all up, convert everything to Stern to make it cleaner, maybe even do some custom stuff on the cabinet, but eventually we will stream that someday when I have some time to actually work.
See, what we should do is we should do a poll for the next game we're going to stream, and a poll for what's the next game you're going to plow through and fix up.
Yeah, well, I thought we talked about the bowler we could do, but
you ready to go? The next.
I can. Sure.
Run it back.
Run it back.
Run it back.
All right. It's been working like a champ.
All you had to do is open it and give it a little tickle.
Just kick it.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking of we could do, well, I don't know. There's maybe 10 or so games in my collection that are in the project pile. I think the only person I've ever sent the like list to was Nuavad. So I'm not sure if he's still with us, but
Taxi. No, we don't have any taxi here. I would like to have a taxi though. I like that game.
I have, of my System 11s, I have Elvira Party Monsters, which we have not streamed yet.
That's true.
I do have.
Oh, yes.
Oh, nice. Look at that. You win
All right,
again.
I won again.
Oh, and you knocked all the drops. Just the pops.
Don't worry, I'll drain it before I can hit it.
I do have a Swords of Fury, but that's again a project game that I need to.
Yes.
Nice. Do I have any other System 11s?
I don't think you do actually.
I used to have a Pinbot.
Yep, but you got rid of that shortly after you moved here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that
Nice.
spinner rip.
No Funhouse. I don't have a Funhouse.
I would like to get a Funhouse one day. Oh man, I thought I better shot that one drop target.
Oh, CNK, you got a kickoff. Oh, that's a single player EM. A buddy of mine just got kickoff and touchdown. So I worked with BG Resto to do the. I think he had one or the other.
That's how you squander
It's basically the same
ball.
thing. So a friend of mine picked up a touchdown, and his back glass was bad. Or no, sorry, he had a kick. Touchdown. I think one was a single player, one was a 2-player, or no, one was replay and one was add a ball. That's what it was. They're both single player games, and I think BG Resto had one and not the other. Anyway, that's a fun game.
Rocket asked if you have or had a transporter the rest of you. Almost, but not quite.
So a friend of mine.
He almost had one.
A friend of mine, he goes by Dozer on Pinside. He had one, and he ended up selling it off as a project. And if I told you how much he paid for the dang thing, you would be so freaking pissed. But after I got to play a transporter,
CNK says no, you kick it to turn it off. It's called Star Action. It's a single player.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
You're fired from pinball.
No, but there is a game called Kickoff. It's a football game. But no, what he's talking about is there's literally games out there. The Chicago Coin had them where you literally kick the bottom of the game to shut it off. I'm not joking. So what it does is it hits the tilt and then it shuts off the lights. So it's still got power to it, but it's something weird they did. I don't know why.
Jacob says old Gottlieb's.
What? Oh, Gottlieb's do it?
Old Gottlieb's.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think Chicago Coin, Old Gottlieb's. I don't know. I don't know why they did that. Just a quick way of shutting them off instead of a toggle switch, I guess. Weird. Yeah, it's on your Hot Wheels, so just kick it. Oh, I'm kidding. Please don't kick your Hot Wheels.
Yeah, that's not a manufacturer approved.
Just kick it. Kick the coin. How many people have a coin door that is just kicked in? Kick the shit.
I tried running a garden hose.
That is death. What is coming down straight, that is a death shot.
Yeah.
TNT Pinball runs a garden hose on their EMs.
Yeah, they do.
They had some videos of that. They just spray it with some cleaner and they hose it off.
Yeah.
I don't know if I do that. That's not a Nick Shell approved.
Yes.
Nice.
Again, that's the. Not that it matters.
It's not a Nick.
I can only say it on the left side. You've seen.
If it's not a Nick Shell approved repair method, I'm not doing it. Sorry, TNT.
Junior Rocket says, "Wait, I just kicked my Hot Wheels and kicked the coin door. It's not working." And that's how Dave got a call from Dolph.
He doesn't watch this. No, I mean, how many people have bought a game with the coin door kicked in, like a nice giant divot? The Gamatron that I have is completely
Caved in.
Like, oh yeah, this thing just like somebody just karate kidded the crap out of this.
Oh, this thing took a crane kick to the coin door.
Oh, there's crane. There we got several crane kicks to the coin door.
This does not bring balance. Speaking of crane kicks, So
I tell you what, that damn show is awesome.
it is a good show.
I'm so glad it's on Netflix now.
About 6 months before Pat Morita died, I had the opportunity to meet him.
Really? Huh.
So, in a previous life, I worked at the Mitchell International Airport here in Milwaukee. And when I was in college, I did lots of miscellaneous things there. One of the things I would do is help out with people that needed wheelchairs. So if someone
You never told me this.
could not, actually where Sue and I met.
At the airport? Huh.
If someone would be flying that couldn't walk to their gate from the check-in area, we would come in a wheelchair, take them through security, and then take them down the concourse to their gate. And sometimes we take them down the jetway to get on the plane, yada yada. One of the people I got to deal with was Pat Morita. He needed a wheelchair. Apparently he has family here in Wisconsin. Ironically, there'd be celebrities flying in and out, and you'd be like, "What are you doing here? Like, why are you in Milwaukee?" Like, anyway, so Pat Morita needs a wheelchair. Okay, cool. So I don't know it's him. I'm told, hey, go grab a wheelchair. Someone over for whatever airline, they need a wheelchair. Okay, fine. I go show up. I'm like, holy crap, it's Mr. Miyagi. And he had a guy with him, a handler. And if you don't know, Mr. Miyagi does not have an accent at all. He speaks perfect English. He was born in San Francisco. And out of all the celebrities I got to deal with, he was one of the top two. The other was actually Little Richard. Little Richard was freaking awesome, by the way. But Mr. Pat Morita, it was so funny. I'll never forget. I show up, and of course, they go through the whole spiel. How can I help you? Blah blah blah. He sits in the chair, and we're walking. So I'm behind him, of course, pushing, and he flicks his head around. And he's like, "Hey, what's your name?" I said, "Oh, my name's Ryan." Well, Ryan, I'm going to give you some advice. And I'm like, oh my goodness, Mr. Miyagi's going to give me some info. So I'm all like, in my mind, I'm all psyched up. And he goes, life's a bitch. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I've heard it, but you're confirming it's true. And I never forgot that. It was the funniest thing ever. And then I dropped him off, and that was it. And then, he died 6 months later. I thought about, making a shirt that said that, but I don't think people would understand that he said that because he had to be there. But it was very cool. Little Richard was here performing, and he he was funny. I mean, he was cracking jokes and whatever. And this was I was still in college at the time, so this is 20 years ago. Yeah, he just passed away recently, CNK. Little Richard. So, that's one of the beers I brought. Tell me if you like it. I think it's good.
I haven't tried this one yet. Blueberry.
So Little Richard has this entourage and needs a wheelchair. And he had his old people-y clothes on, a button-up shirt with a blazer on, and he's got this white shirt that's unbuttoned at the top, and the collar is it's supposed to be white, but it's all brown from the makeup rubbing off and everything. It just looks all grimy, and he probably didn't even go to bed. He probably came in, did a show, and was leaving the next morning, just stayed up all night. He looked pretty rough. And we're getting up to security. He turns his head around. He goes, I don't get out of my wheelchair for security. And I was like, you don't have to. You can do whatever you want. I don't care. And I'm like, you're Little Richard. Do whatever you want. I don't care. And we get to his gate, whatever, and he was very, very personable, talkative, just asking stuff about me and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And really nice guy. Like, not arrogant or not cocky or anything like that at all. And then he gave me $100 tip. I was like, well, thank you, sir. And then I was like, well, do you mind if I get a picture with you? And he was like, I don't do that. And I'm like, oh, sorry for asking. He goes, but I do give away my portrait, and I'll sign that for you. I'm like, oh. So, of course, he pulls out this, and he gave me some little, like, Bible book thing. And it was a picture of him, like, from the 60s. Not, like, now where he's all, like, rough-looking, and he autographed it, and it was pretty funny.
Probably because he didn't want that out there.
No, I'm sure he wanted to keep the image, yeah.
Right.
But, I mean, he was very, very cool and, like, just a normal dude, just, like, whatever. Like, and Pat Morita was the same way.
Yeah. Well, you know,
yeah.
I'm the same way. 4th tier pinball celebrity, still a normal dude.
I'm trying to think of the other celebrities I dealt with there.
Well, it's like anything.
Joan Rivers I dealt with.
Dealt?
Yeah. I
She's terrible.
Yeah, she was not
well,
pleasant.
You gotta think, it's just like anything else. If it doesn't matter, like, you know, my wife had this with, like...
you met Tom Arnold? Nice.
With her pastoring job, like, people treat you different because, you know, I know it's not quite the same, but in a way it is, because they treat you different because of what your job is. And at the end of the day, you put your socks on the same way as anybody else. You just got to think that that's just their job.
So
that's their lifestyle.
Belky from Meepos is my wife. My wife worked there as well. That's how we met. Was working doing this job. And Oprah's mom would come to the airport quite often because she lived in Milwaukee, while Oprah was in Chicago. And Vern Troyer, yeah, we dealt with Vern Troyer once. He was a dick. Oprah's mom was the worst. Oh, she was terrible. She made sure you knew she was Oprah's mom. Like, she was demanding, and it was like, every time she come in, everybody was like, oh no. It was horrible. I mean, it wasn't like the worst thing ever. It was just one of those, like, I don't want to deal with you. Like, you're too much.
Entitled. Yeah. No, it's better, like, when you're like...
No, that is it too soon? I'm sorry. I'll take it back. I love Vern Troyer. He's dead.
Oh. Yeah, it's...
Yeah, he was whatever. He had his claim to fame. I'm trying to think other people we dealt with. I remember I didn't help Danny Glover, but he was walking through, and I'm like, dude, you are a giant. Danny Glover is super tall. Yeah, he's monstrous.
And, Lethal Weapon?
Lord Dog says he met Nick Shell.
Oh, see, celebrity, man.
Oh,
it's like anybody else.
So this will be the last name drop. My wife brings up Tony Shalhoub, Monk. Tony Shalhoub is
complete asshole, right?
No, he was actually. It was a story. This is a story.
Sorry.
So he lives in Green Bay because that's where he's from. So he goes back and forth between L.A. and Green Bay, and my wife and I, because we met at the airport, I took her back there when I proposed.
To the airport?
To the airport, where we met. And I came up with this big crazy story that our friend was flying in, and that's why we had to go there to pick him up from his flight. So we were like having lunch, killing time, and Tony Shalhoub was sitting next to us in the restaurant that we were at in the airport. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's Tony Shalhoub. And he literally, because he heard me, and he's with his son, and we didn't bother him, but because he heard me, he was like, he totally put the hand over his face and turned away. It was so funny. Like, I'll never forget that.
Hey, well,
I wasn't gonna make it
cool, right? If you're like, put this in perspective, like no one gives a crap about pinball outside of us crazy idiots that are in it. But when you go to a show and somebody
What's his toes? Agreed. Corny.
When you get recognized that people know who you are, it's kind of cool, right? When you went to Pinburg and people said, "Hey, Turbo," it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I appreciate when people I don't know are like, "Hey, I see you on the internet," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm glad you watch me," because there's people that are way better.
Well, still, it's just kind of fun. But maybe if you get it all the time, it gets annoying. Who knows?
I don't know.
But
Well, should we play one more and pull the plug?
Sure.
All right. Lead off.
We don't have to actually pull the plug, though.
Wow.
There was one I wanted to answer in here. Is it Board Dog? I lost it now.
You know, Nuovad is the one who came up with the pinball celebrity shirt, but next time you're up, Dave, show the small print.
Who made it? Did he make it? Or is that...
I thought he did, didn't he? Nuovad, correct me if I'm wrong. Dave's words, my shirt. So there, exactly.
Nice.
Oh, come on.
It is a super glow shirt.
Show the small.
Hello. So, in the top,
Over
but
the P.
but over the P it says 4th tier pinball celebrity. So yeah, no one really gives a crap about who Dave Brennan is, unless you have a problem with your American pinball machine, and then I'm the most important guy in your world. So be nice to Dave.
Oh, C and K, that is very funny.
So I was gonna comment on
Jacob has a question.
For C&K?
No.
No chimes in the game. They just buzzer relays and piezo quart speakers. Alright, so on this game there is a soundboard. So I did a reproduction version that's currently available on Marco. But yes, it is beeps and boops. But then there's some other functionality to it that creates the flasher for the back box. So it's unique to, I believe, this game.
Probably
Nautilus, Aerobatics, and I think Circus. So only a handful of games ever use them. So yeah, I know that people do change it out, but then you won't get the back box effect of the flasher light for the bomb targets. So and I have it turned down. So when you have these hybrid games, same thing with like Gottlieb System 1. People don't necessarily like the beeps and boops, and with an EM, if you have a stuck switch, it'll just go beep, it'll just keep going and going and going, unlike the early solid state ones. So, anyway.
Novad says he still has a problem with his Hot Wheels because Josh Sharp did not send him one.
Josh Sharp doesn't have it. Well,
He probably still has it.
You're gonna talk to Michael. I'm sorry. Josh can't send anything.
D-Berry says you have a very nice machine and he's glad he got to see one. Yeah, it's not a game you'll see very often, or any Zax really for that matter. Who on earth is calling me?
Yeah, so it's not Zach or Josh.
Jacob, thank you for the follow. It's greatly appreciated.
Is it Zach or Josh?
For what?
That didn't send it to him. Josh. Yes.
Josh.
So yes, Josh.
Yeah, because Zach's with Stern.
Right. So Josh consults as well as Roger with American, and so Josh is currently doing the Twitch stream for Hot Wheels going on.
Well, he's kind of organizing it.
Yeah, organizing.
Yeah, not actually streaming.
Yeah, because he's the IFPA guy.
Is he actually streaming though?
I don't think he's. Well, he might. Yeah.
I don't think I saw him on there though.
Maybe he's.
I saw the list. I don't know if I saw the name on there.
Yes, he organized it.
But Fliptronic, who was in here before, is definitely part of that with streaming Hot Wheels for the competitively for the competition.
We might do one or two of them, but we don't have time to do all of those.
Well, it's a weekly commitment that we're too busy to be able to keep up with legitimately.
Right. So, whatever.
Neovad said he's close to most of those folks. He's just saying.
Well, yeah, it's Neovad. If I had a say in sending you a Hot Wheels to stream, you were on the top of my list. I'm not kidding. Because you stream, it seems like every day, and I would.
Hey, look, Arcade, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by.
I would have absolutely done that.
Be there in 4 hours, all right.
But it wasn't up to me, so.
CNK, yes, I agree. A lot of people are talking very positively about the game, and I agree with them. I enjoy it very much as well. I think it's a very fun, fast, flashy game. It ticks all the boxes. And I think with Josh being involved from a consulting standpoint regarding
rules and stuff.
Rules and all that for competition play, I think it's going to lend itself very well for that.
Yeah. No, those guys talk on a daily basis for rules and code and that.
Yeah, exactly, Skip. You got to be in it for the long haul. This is you can't not commit for 15 weeks. You got to do it or not do it. Yeah, Lick Arcade. It's fun. Last week after we streamed, I put a few games on it, and I had the best game I've ever had on Hot Wheels. I usually don't do good at all on it, and I actually broke $1 billion.
Making the code too easy.
Yeah. What a Ryan break $1 billion? Make it harder. You know he sucks.
No, it's insane. When I see like Josh,
jeez.
Because he has a game in his house and he gets to play it all the time, but like when he posts up some of these scores, like it's like superhuman scores.
Yeah, Skip. I agree. No, Novad, not every time. Kid Chriso, I played it so many times since the last time I sent you that message, and I have not come close to touching that score again.
No.
I was even playing it tonight before I came over here, and I'm like, maybe today's the day, and it was not. Not even close. October 1st.
Oh.
And I should have.
Jeez. Well, and then the bomb targets up there. It's really hard to like not hit something. So you.
Yeah, Skip. This is like for being an EM. It is awesome. Like it's fast. It's difficult.
Yeah, show me an early solid state that's faster than this game, and I will concede that EMs are slow. If you can show me that.
I'm trying to think.
The time machine is waiting.
Kid Crystal, when did I send you that score? Was that like a week ago? Maybe it was more than a week ago now. But I've not even come close. Like I've gotten past halfway, but
Maybe you had a stuck switch.
no, Dave, I had a good game. Sometimes I get lucky. 1 out of like 200 games. What's his toes? Thank you for the 25 bits. Oh, yeah.
You're lucky on that left side, man.
Don't worry, I drained anyway. Ah! Well, should we play again? There's a lot of people.
I don't care.
Go again.
I don't care.
We'll keep going.
Oh,
Why not?
I'm having a lot of fun. This game is a lot of fun. It's just one that not many people even know about this game, and I really like how it doesn't have the symmetrical.
Yes.
There's so many EMs out there that they're all symmetrical,
Yep. I hate
but
some-
this Zach did a nice job of making it where.
I think the only time I don't mind symmetry on an older game is when it's a wide body where there's more play.
Mm-hmm.
But like look at Matahari. I mean, not an EM, I know, but like it's just okay.
Well, no, technically it is.
Oh, it's both.
It's both.
Okay.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. So yeah, those they did it forever, and I don't know why.
Skip, you are right. I think the only European EM I would get probably is Fireball, in all honesty. I'm trying to think
Really?
of another EM that I'd be like, yeah, I wish I had that. Well, I guess Bank Shot or Hot Shot for my Gottlieb.
Well, wait till I get Solids and Stripes. You'll change your mind. There's a lot of fun to be had with some of the EMs out there. There's another one that I have had my eye on.
Hey, Jeremy,
Maybe
thanks for
I
stopping by,
don't
man.
want to tell
Appreciate it.
people what it is because it's so super awesome. There's a Williams.
Hot Tip and High Hand are fine, but like they're not games I'd go out of my way to get.
There's a Williams EM that I've had my eye on for the longest time, and I don't know if I want to tell people because
Grand Prix.
No, I've had a Grand Prix. It is so awesome, but it's quite rare, and you just don't see it very often for sale. So I'd love to find one, but prying it away from
Old
collect.
Chicago.
No,
That's
a Bally.
I know. I'm just thinking of very popular.
No, it's not. It's not a popular game. Oh, that was a good ball.
Sure was.
It'd been better if I got that extra ball.
Hurricane.
No, it's not a Hurricane.
Borg Dog says, "Just tell us. We won't tell anybody. Just tell the internet."
It's It's a single player Williams EM.
Oh boy, he's
Single player.
He's gonna let it go.
It's card themed. And
Pokerino?
no. It's play
Alien poker? I know, they're not EMs.
No, those are not EMs.
I'm just trying to be a dick.
Oh, you're good. There's so
Well,
many
you're
card
doing
themed.
that. I would love to get a prospector.
I just showed you one.
Yeah, I know.
That is so much fun. The Prospector is a great game.
It really is.
Two dual spinners.
Skip Natty says it a wedge head.
Yes. Well,
Oh,
I mean,
boy.
I don't think Williams called them wedge heads, but it is a single player Williams, and it is card themed, and it is fantastic. It's asymmetrical layout. I would call it even similar. It had a gondola like this game. That's probably why I like it.
Aces High?
No.
That's a plane game, isn't it? Isn't Aces High airplanes? I could be wrong.
No. No, that doesn't.
Wild card?
Yes.
Oh,
Wild
dude,
card.
you rock it. You got it. Wild card.
Hey,
He just couldn't keep it.
wait, who's the T-shirt winner?
Oh, that was Skink 91.
Dude, you rock it. Has he won a T-shirt already?
Yeah,
He did. Ah,
pretty sure. Dude, you rock it. You won a shirt, didn't you? I'm pretty sure you did. We should have a list.
I know.
We're so unorganized.
Oh, this is you.
We're such
I'm
hacks.
sorry.
No,
Go.
you're not. I know you're not sorry. See? See how good you're doing?
I know.
Here, let's play Split Flipper.
No, you good. You good.
He knew it.
Yes. Sorry for putting ideas in your head. What it? It
That's
was.
that's Sue.
No, it's fine.
I actually think I'm good on older games for a while. Maybe. Depends on what falls in my lap, though.
What was the name of it again?
Wild card.
Yeah, Wild Card. God,
You forgot the name of the game?
sorry. But it's Yellow Cabinet. It's single player. That is. So the first time I played it was
Wedgeheads.
no. Guy in Wisconsin here that's got all the freaking EMs.
Oh,
Tom Taylor. Tom Taylor. And so if you ever get a chance, and you should, come to MGC. Tom Taylor is like a
Wealthy guy?
no, it's like another ticket you can buy.
Yeah, it's what technically kicks off MGC.
It is like the pre-game to MGC. So if you're new to Midwest Gaming Classic, Tom Taylor is. I mean, if you're gonna do something on Friday night, it is the pre-game to MGC, and it is so much fun. If you like EMs, he has
Well, I think he has every wedge.
every wedge head ever made.
Like he's got new stuff as well in there, but
Yeah, not
it's-
as much. It's
no.
mostly EMs.
Yeah,
So if
but
you like
it's
EMs,
in a warehouse.
yes,
Like, you go to this warehouse and you walk in.
He bought two things. It's a big, huge location, and
Like, and it's you have to actually go behind the building to get in, and
Yeah.
you walk in and you're like, oh boy,
It's-
this is something.
it's very unsuspecting when you go in there. It is so awesome, and he's super nice. And it's all for charity. So
Yeah, it's
it's for like the
Rescue mission.
Yes.
Milwaukee Rescue Mission.
Yeah.
But like all the money he takes in, so like it's not. There isn't really a price on the tickets for it. But there's only so many tickets that are quote unquote sold.
Right.
And you pay like whatever you want for the ticket because it's going to a charity. So
Well, right when the thing was canceled, I said I don't want anything back from. I don't want anything back from County Taylor. You know, that's a charity. I don't want that because I would rather have that go towards the charity that he was set up in the first place. And he only opens up that collection
for
charity events. So if you can go and support it, he does a fantastic job. I mean, he's
got texts that come through and rebuild everything.
He has more EMs than even the place in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
It's insane. So
and he has every wedge head, but he also has like a lot of other stuff also. It's not just like straight up God.
Right. Yep. So he's got some Bally's and some Williams and
yeah, I know I for sure played Grand Prix there.
Yeah.
But if you want to see a cool collection, it is something, and they do it every MGC.
Well, and we talked about like having a pregame here.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, for MGC.
Yeah. So once things get lifted, I would love to have a pregame here.
Yeah.
And you know, anybody that follows us and wants to do that, I would absolutely open up the house, and you know, you're already coming here anyway, so we're not that far from the venue, and it would be super fun to meet some folks and just play some games. And you know, there's not that much to do on Friday anyway once you set up your games, if you're bringing games or if you're coming in from out of town or whatever. There's a lot of fun to be had. So
See, Barry, I'm glad that we could drain in all sides of the game. It's all been left-hand drains and a couple goals. Nuvad, that was a very nice use of the emote. Yes, if anyone does not know, the emote that Nuovat put in there, which he made for me, is my son's face. The one and only time he's in front of this very camera for 3 seconds, he cried immediately. Like, just lost it. That's game over. I'm going to plunge like I'm about to play.
well, you want to do one more, then we'll call it a night.
Yeah, I suppose, but it has been over 3 hours. Which is funny, because we usually don't play that long, and it's an EM.
Well, talk about it like it's terrible.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, for as little as there is to do in an EM compared to a modern game.
Well, compared to other EMs, there's a lot more to do in this particular EM. Oh, come on. So, when you cradle or go to cradle the ball, I had that same kind of thing on Centigrade 37 where it would like go past. So you have to be careful of that.
One more drop target.
Yeah, do you Rocket? We, as far as EMs go, have we streamed all of them?
That you
I
have?
pretty sure that we have.
Well, we did Centigrade. We just did Fireball. This Aerobatics.
Yep.
That's all of them, isn't it?
Yeah. So until I get
We did Marsh Trek for me.
Yep. So the next one would be.
I'm walking over here like they're still down.
No, it's fine. The next one would be Solids and Stripes, and so I talked about that's another Williams. It's a 2-player Williams. So I talked about Wild Card. Wild Card is a fantastic layout.
No, Board Dog, I have to go back. There's some. When the first, I don't know how many we did, I saved them in a weird format. I need to convert them and then go back and re-upload them.
So yeah, Wild Card is a fantastic layout. Very, I don't know, kind of similar to this.
Dude, your rocket says, who do you have to bribe to get you your wild card?
I've been poking at. Well, in the past, there's a guy in Minneapolis that has one. But I don't know. It's
CNK says wild card is now $12,000.
yeah.
You overhyped it.
They're expensive. I know they are. It's same with like if you're looking for a Gottlieb Strange World or something like
Did
that.
Tommy sell his Strange World? He just listed it.
Yeah,
Well, he just listed it. I don't know if it's sold yet.
I've passed it up so many times. I can't.
I think
I don't
he
know.
listed his for 34, maybe.
Yeah, it's more than I care to spend. I
Hey,
guess.
it's in nice shape. I saw it.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
down.
sure it is. It's so there's a select few EMs that command lots of money, and I think Gottlieb Strange World is one of them. That has gotten a lot of hype in the last few years, but you know, Fireball's always been one. I think we talked about this on the last stream a little bit with like how many, you know, Ted Zale games that people really like. There's really 3 Ted Zale games that are super popular.
You know, Van, that's right. You got Dave by the nuts.
What?
If he ever comes across a wild card,
I know.
he'll do anything.
So yeah, but you know, with EMs, there's also like, well, how much work is involved too? You know, am I buying it from somebody's barn that it's been there forever and ever? Because I've done that before too. You know, you're gonna spend probably a good 20 hours or so fixing the game up to make it work right. So
That feed out of those.
But so what I was gonna say is Solids and Stripes. It's a 2-player game. In that game, it doesn't look like it has a whole lot there, but it is a super fun challenge game. It is a great dollar game type of EM because you have the pool table with the 6 pockets right in like the middle of the playfield, and that's the whole objective, is lighting your solids or your stripes, and then moving through that. But it is so much fun. And so when Nick Shell came and visited to teach me and my friend Dwayne how to repair EMs, that was one of the games, and he went away with like, I gotta have this machine. And so he has it now, but
Dude, you're rocking it. I think you're 100% right. He said nothing adds ambience to a farm pinball like horse urine smell and a Humpty Dumpty.
Horse urine? Nice.
Smells of straw that's been soaked in horse piss.
Nice. That's a TNA slingshot
What shrimp
there.
meat is made out of?
Horse,
Straw and
straw and horse piss, yeah. Oh crap. Alright.
Alright. Is it a sore spot for you?
No.
Oh, come on. Really? Out of all that action, you leave one drop target up? Oh, really? Thank you. No. No.
But also, Duty Rocket, I don't know, something about like I've been on many of those barn finds, like that mouse piss, kind of smell to it.
Oh, come on.
It's like sometimes it can be like gold.
Really?
Well, I have fond memories driving away with a trailer load of early Sterns from a guy in northern Minnesota that was quite lucrative for me. So, you know, it happens on a very rare occasion. It used to. I hear, you know, what do you call it? Like war stories, or like the people that have been in this hobby for many.
Old guard?
Yeah, they've been in it for a long time. It would happen all the time. Mm-hmm. But now,
Everyone's.
you don't see that anymore.
I mean, if you go on Craigslist right now, how many wanted ads for pinball machines do you see? I mean,
It's
there's gonna be
stupid.
5 at all times.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So
We'll haul game out of your basement. Just come call me.
right, so the times that you can go and pick from some place that has several of them, it's few and far between, and it's all, it seems, word of mouth. It seems my hunting days have kind of come to a halt. I don't know.
Well, you've gotten some good deals.
No,
here.
yes, I've gotten some good deals, but it's not like a raid. You know, I haven't come across like, oh, here's like a honey hole of 50 games, or you know, the biggest one that I've ever come across was the guy had like 50 or 70 something different games, and he was just sitting on all these, and me and a friend were able to go and pick the ones that we wanted.
To that point, there was someone, we won't say who, so zip it.
Zip it!
If you're a not a jerk in this hobby, and you get to know people who are also not jerks, sometimes when they find things, they will say, "Hey, I found this game. I know you were looking for it. Do you want it?"
Yeah.
Or they text you and say, "Hey, I came across this operator that's been out of business for like 30 years, and they have 85 games to sell, and here's the price list. Let me know what you want."
And that's still around. Some of it, and So this is the aspect that people don't talk about as much in the hobby. Is it's a social hobby, and by far one of the most fun things that Ryan and I cherish with this hobby is the social aspect. That we're meeting a lot of different people from different walks of life, like whether it be leagues or tournaments or whatever it is.
Oh, well, like going to the big shows like Expo, Pinbur, whatever.
Yeah.
Like that's when you get to meet people in person, or because we're all spread out, you only see each other once you're at one of these shows. So it's it's like it's playing catch up, and you're just talking, eating dinner together, eating lunch together. It's the whole
Right.
social thing that makes it special and fun.
Right. And when you make these friends, like who's the first person that they're gonna call when you're dying to have the wild card? Guys out there, find me a wild card. No, it's that's the nice thing about just making friends. I made some more friends in northern Wisconsin, in my sister's neck of the woods. So it's basically dead center Wisconsin, Stevens Point. So I made some friends up there, and I picked up that Game Plan Blizzard. And made some great friends along the way. So it was
Well, and sometimes these people just have knowledge on how to fix something.
exactly. So it's really fun to branch out. Don't pinball is one of those, and I tell this to customers that want to get their games fixed or whatever. Get on Pinside, educate yourself,
Meet people. There's not a dealership around every corner like there is with automotive industry. You need to know how to work on your machines, and you need to make some friends if you don't know how to work on them. So there you go. C&K said he would keep his eyes open for you.
Oh, thank you. It's one that I've kind of had an eye out for a while, but
No, well, Tim, yes. The answer is yes, but this is the actual official latest game. He's like, you guys are still playing? Yeah.
Get out of here!
You're fired from the internet.
All right, last ball. I know we usually go and play other games in the collection after we leave. So I'm not quite sure we're gonna play. Probably reduced time here, so. I got an extra ball lit up. Oh, there it is. You have to watch me a little bit longer. Boom.
Lucky.
Oh. That's what I get. Yeah.
Oh, so here's the actual last ball.
Can you get me? 34.
We'll see. Anytime it wants to go down through that spinner. I'm like, ugh.
Oh, you got this. A couple more hits of the pops, and you're in there.
That feed freaks me out. Oh, boo. Yes.
With your bonus, I think you got it. Yeah.
Oh, I did get you barely. But I wanted that drop so bad.
No worries. Well, I appreciate everybody
All right, Tim,
hanging
sounds
out.
good.
It was so much fun talking with everybody. I don't know. A lot of fun stories.
We obviously always appreciate everyone who is willing to come and hang out with us because, like I said, we know there's much better quality streamers, whether it's their quality of their setup or their games or whatever.
What are you talking about? Plenty quality. And thanks, Nuovad, for the trivia question. We
Yes.
really appreciate that.
Thank you guys for the follows. Thanks for the re-up on the subs. Thanks to Pinballer, who always seems to want to come in. Borg Dog, thank you for the 100 bits. Greatly appreciate it. Pinballer likes to come in here, and for some reason, I don't know why he's so generous with us, but he hands out subs.
We really appreciate it.
And I think we should send him a shirt because he's done it like 4 or 5 times.
Well, Pinballer, send us your address, please.
Nuovad, thank you.
I'll absolutely send you a shirt.
I'll message Pinballer. But to reiterate, we do appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Dude, you rock it. Thank you. It means a lot to us because, like I said, we know you guys could be doing anything else on a Friday night. But you know, you're probably not going to see the popular game streamed here being like the new shiny, unless it's an American Pinball.
Who wants to see that?
Yeah, prepare for all the Avenger streams coming soon. We're gonna stream EMs, I guess.
We're gonna go against the grain. We're gonna stream the rare and.
Well, Nuovad, this was the Avengers Whitewood.
This is what it is without ramp.
Yeah, this is before they got too far with it.
Right.
CNK, yeah, I hear ya. Pinball Wiz, thank you for the raid, but we're about to raid somebody else.
It's fine.
Dark 103, how's it going? Thank you. I know. We've been streaming for like 3.5 hours. What were you streaming, Pinball? Like I said, a lot of people were streaming before we started, and I didn't get a chance to look at anybody, because normally I have somebody on while I'm setting everything up, and I had no time today. Zaccaria Pugh streaming Zaccaria Pinball on PC.
What was he doing?
The Magic Pixel Zaccaria, the games, the digital version.
Oh, nice.
Did you play Combat?
Probably not. There's a bunch of them.
The new deluxe table is awesome. Well, I think what we'll do is we'll raid MPT3K. Oh, and Grenada, nice. MP3T, or hang on. Lord Squeak, thank you for the follow. Greatly appreciate that. MPT3K, the Dark One 3, thank you so much. MPT3K is a awesome member of the community who does a lot of help with like helping figure out cameras and setups and stuff, because he also has a YouTube channel that does those kinds of things. So he's been a major resource for people like me who are dumb and need their handheld, and I really appreciate people like him who are willing to take the time to help people. So I think we'll go raid him, and Billy Mitchell, we'll hold off on him. we'll do MPT3K. But anyways, thanks everybody. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for hanging out.
We, as of next week, probably will still be...
We'll see what we can get. If we can get enough people, maybe we'll do the bowler. We'll see. So.
Oh, of course, when I go to raid MPT3K, there's an ad. So, anyways, everybody, thank you again, and have a great night. Hopefully see you next week.
Well, that was super fun. Did you have fun?
The time machine is waiting.
Who's rating us? Oh, shoot. TurboGrafx with the raid with 15
What are they playing?
awesome people into the theater. Little Bubblegum, can you please guide them to their seats?